Doug.
Tolu Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Yeah, Detroit. Destination restoration. Yeah, it's our time. Can you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Together all the time together. It's us against the world, it don't get no better. We turned it around, that was the beginning. Coming for the crown, you know we winning. Time to put in the work, I'm about to go berserk. Taking our prisoners, it's my time. Yeah, I know that it hurts. Tear back on the church. You don't wanna see me in my prime. The mission is to ring. We're caught in everything. In the city, supporting the dream. Reaching new heights never seen. We deserve to be king. It's all or nothing, no in between. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The downbound body's crippling. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The downbound body's crippling. Feel the elevation. We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination.
Detroit basketball. What up, everybody? What up, though? Welcome back to another episode of the Downtown Deuce Show with the Boss. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday night. I mean, if you watch this game, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you are. Boss, how we feeling?
I feel amazing. I mean, the start of the game, I was giggling when they went up 13-4. I was laughing. I was like, look at this, look at these guys. I mean, I knew what they had. I didn't expect it to last, and it did. It did last. I mean, it did it. Oh my gosh.
Man. What a game, man. Yeah. What a game. Chat, we see y'all, man. We see y'all. Y'all were here early. Yeah. Sorry for the delay. As you guys know, we try to get as much as we can before we get started. But yeah, Boss is going to handle the chat. But guys, what an amazing game. We got a super chat from Doug. Got to get Doug going in here. Doug says, please do all the player stats, Deuce. Yes, we are. We're going to cover everybody in this game because everybody was an unsung hero in this game. Everybody played a part in this game. Best game of the year, in my opinion, by far. Best game of the year. Absolutely incredible. Okay, so like we always say, guys, we see you guys in the chat. If we miss your comment, repost it, put it in caps, super chat like Doug, whatever you want to do. We are going to do our absolute best to get to as many of you guys as we possibly can. Okay. Yes. On to this game, man. Ooh. Guys, the Pistons, man, they just continue. They continue, Boss, to find ways to win.
I know.
Regardless of the style of play, regardless of who's available, they just keep finding ways to get it done. And that's why they are at the top of this conference right now.
Absolutely.
For sure. Tonight, guys, they beat the Chicago Bulls. They avenged their season opening loss with a win tonight over the Bulls. 124-113 to improve to 10-2. 10-2, guys, pushing their winning streak to 8 games, which matches their season high from last year. So before we go any further, let's talk about the injury report for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So as we all know, ankle injuries, guys, have been the story for both of these teams. The Bulls were without Kobe White and Josh Giddey. Last week, Josh Giddey was literally the victim of an ankle breaker, courtesy of DeAndre Hunter, I think it was, of the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Yeah, he literally dropped Giddey off with the crossover that actually has forced him to miss multiple games. And on the Pistons front, oh my Lord, they were without half of their active roster. And most of the injuries were, once again, due to all these ankle injuries, man. It was just so many ankle injuries that have caused these guys to miss time. Let's take a look at the injury report. Look at this. Cade Cunningham, out. Jalen Duren, out. Isaiah Stewart, out. Tobias Harris, out. Jaden Ivey, out. Marcus Sasser, out. Arsar Thompson, out.
Yeah.
If you saw that, regardless of who you thought we were playing, the odds of us getting that win weren't high. Just based off of that alone.
Nope.
7 players out. 4 of them related to ankle injuries. So it's not ideal, but like we always say, boss, that's why it's so important to have a team of depth.
Yes.
And the Pistons have that. And that's why I was excited to see some of these other guys perform when they get the opportunity. And boss is funny. Boss texted me before the game, and we were just saying to each other, more rest equals more reps.
Yeah.
Allowing these guys, right, who are out to get some time to heal up and get some rest. That means other guys, they get more reps, they get more opportunity. And I think that's going to be very important come playoff time. Down 7 rotational players, and they still finding ways to win, man, because the depth and talent of this team runs up and down the roster. Boss, what's your reaction to that before you get too deep?
Absolutely. Like they were saying, next man up mentality.
Yep.
They all just, again, hold each other accountable. We've been talking about that since day one. The accountability is to go out there and do your job. And the guys that we've seen light up, spark off the bench for us, and they were starters today. They just continued that. And then, you saw our guys on the bench, also our injured guys, coaching them, helping them, cheering them on.
Yep.
The momentum was high from the get-go, and they just really fed off of it. And like you were saying, when I today, I was just excited for our depth guys to get decent minutes and have to work through actual, NBA like ups and downs and everything, and not just garbage time.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely thrilled that they actually came out with a win. So
it was nice to see. Like I saw Cade on the bench, kind of mentoring Daniss a little bit during timeouts when he was on the bench, just in his ear, just letting him know what he saw from the sideline, just things like that. Just the camaraderie of this team is just great. I saw JD doing the same thing with B-Ball Paul, right? Go ahead.
Ivey was up.
Jaden was in there. Yep.
Cade wore his professor glasses. He wore his professor glasses today.
My wife before the game was like, I like his glasses. I'm like, the boys is kind of fresh. Can't even lie.
I was like, he looks cute, but he's gonna get flamed. But he was all business today. He was there to teach. He was their teacher. So he truly helped. But Cade also knows what these guys can do. JB Bickerstaff knows what these guys can do. I'm sure that all of them went into it with the same, just go out there and play your best. And then I don't think that it wasn't like, oh, we're up, now let's adjust stuff. No.
Right.
They won because of the way they played from the start. So
100%. Okay. So guys, also what happened tonight, the Pistons guys unveiled a new court tonight. And I thought it was pretty dope. They unveiled, guys. This is pretty awesome. To me, I couldn't be there tonight, but I really wanted to be there. But just looking at it from afar, man. This City Edition jerseys they have, in the court they have. I don't know about you guys, but I love this new look. Mm-hmm. I love the new look. I feel like some in the past have been kind of a mixed bag with fans, but I feel like with this one, I feel like they really hit with this one for sure. What about you? Did you like it?
I loved it. My favorite part of it is all the logos on the bottom. Did you see that? Yeah,
I did.
That was cool. And I'm not, I like the teal era. I know that a lot of people associate that with the past Pistons throwbacks. George Baja's famously anti the teal era, and this was like the perfect amount of teal for if you like it or if you don't.
Just enough.
Nice. It looks clean. And I was thinking when I was seeing these guys out there, like how nice they look, and that they get to play their first NBA games in these City Editions with their name on the back. Like these are their, some of their. I know Tolu has played NBA minutes before, but very little. But this was his first game jersey, and it's really cool design that honors our history.
Exactly.
And now they're a part of it. So.
Yeah, I love the boat. They brought the boat back. Because I remember in the early 2000s when I see Chauncey and Rip and those guys wearing them, they had a little bit of everything from different eras in there. And like you said, it wasn't too much teal. There's a lot, sometimes people feel teal is just too much on the actual jersey, but just on the just a little pinstripe up and down. It was perfect. I love these jerseys, and to get a dub on first time with these jerseys, first time on the court, with all, like you mentioned, all these guys, these young guys, like. It was just the cherry on top for me. So Okay, so guys, the Pistons went with a starting five of Daniss Jenkins, Duncan Robinson, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, and Paul Reed. So without further ado, boss, let's get to some initial thoughts without getting too deep into the box scores. We talked about it a little bit, but just kind of give me your initial reaction a little bit more in depth with what you saw, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, we started the first quarter just with energy. We went up high and we stayed up there for a long time, and everyone just looked good. They looked comfortable. I mean, a lot of these guys have played together already, whether in practice, but also just the G League, you know? And so it was just awesome to see right off the bat. And there's criticisms tonight, just like any other game, but it's almost like not worth it because, like you said, everybody tonight pulled their weight in some way, whether it was a big shot, a good defensive play. Like they really just came together as a team. And Greg Kelser said it best. He's like, I could call it a team affair, but it feels more like a family affair.
Right.
Like, they're playing the way that it is. So I was just thrilled. And yeah, like the Bulls were out Giddy and they were out White, but they had Vooch, who we shut down. Paul Reed, great job. Vooch. They have, Herter can go off. I mean, they have weapons. Trey Mann, they have weapons.
Yep.
They have NBA players, and we have a lot of two-way NBA players that played tonight.
Right.
So that was really cool for them. And I also thought it was cool, the significance of the history between the Pistons and the Bulls, the rivalry that these guys pulled out a win over a longtime rival of the Pistons. So
I think like this show, we should have won the season opener. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like we came out slow. We got back into it. We were down like 20, I think. Got back into it in the fourth quarter, made it a game. It was kind of identical to this game. Just the flip-flop.
They remind me of the Lions. Like the Lions also, started slow. Like there's something about Detroit sports where like we start slow, but we usually snap out of it fast. And so, and that's like, if Giddy was playing tonight and Cade was playing, like I still think we would have won because I think it was a revenge game and we are the better team.
For sure.
And I have to give props to Chicago. Like they were looking good. They had some great plays in there. They just couldn't get a run, and that's more on our defense. They couldn't play defense on us. That was huge.
Right.
They lacked defense. I don't even know how many steals they had.
Man.
They had a few. They had quite a few. They had a lot of steals, but it just didn't seem like it at all.
Well, we just kept responding. Other than the low in the fourth quarter, we always had a response for the most part. We're going to get into that a little bit deeper as we go along. But yeah, Pistons just found a way to respond, man.
Yep.
So you got any more initial thoughts?
No, I want to hear yours now.
All right. So what I was looking for early in this game was who was going to step up and shoulder some of the offensive load. Like who was going to be the guy to do that? And the answer wasn't a guy. The answer was everybody. We had standouts.
Yeah.
But we had a few guys in particular who we're going to get to who really stepped up, especially in the clutch of this game. Oh, yeah. But this was a complete team win. The Pistons hit first in this game, right? We always talk about hitting first and setting the tone. They did that. They jumped in the Bulls early, went up 13-4, I think, in the first couple of minutes of this game.
Yeah, and 4 threes.
Right. Right. And we forced them into the first timeout.
Yep.
Right. I was like, you can't get down early. You can't get behind early. Where's the offense going to come from? If you get down early, things like that. I love that post. Motor City Cruise. That's Motor City Pistons. That's awesome for sure.
Motor City Cruise Pistons.
I love it. I love it, man.
Flying in the chat. I'm trying to get
no, for sure. Yeah, keep it coming, y'all. Keep it coming for sure. But the Pistons guys as a team, they scored 35 points in their first quarter. I don't think anybody saw that coming with who was missing.
I know.
That was incredible. But once again, that's the benefit of not having a lot of opportunity for certain guys, right? Because the opposition. Like the Bulls don't have a ton of film on Daniss Jenkins. They don't have a ton of film on Javonte Green.
Yeah. And
Paul Reed and Tolu Smith and all these guys who contribute. There's not a lot of film. So defensively, they don't really know how to scheme against these guys combined as a unit because they haven't seen these guys as a unit before. So it kind of works to our advantage in a sense.
Yeah, and even George Blaha mentioned that, they didn't read the scouting reports. I don't know if they just thought, oh, this is just going to be easy because these are guys we don't even know. But Vooch as a big who shoots threes did not defend well on the perimeter. Paul Reed. So that was pretty interesting to see. And I mean, it's their mistakes that they made. So, but yeah, I agree with you.
And Vooch also didn't go crazy from 3-point line either. We were getting out to him. Paul he had a taste of his own medicine. Yes, Paul Reed was bothering him for sure. That was, man, he really played well. So there was some sloppy play, right? And some unforced turnovers, but that's to be expected because the flip side of, we said it's an advantage for the Bulls not really knowing how to play us. The flip side is we haven't played together a lot. So it's to be expected, you know, when you got a bunch of guys who have seldom played together.
Yeah.
And the Pistons, they built their lead in the second quarter really behind their defense and their ball movement.
Yeah.
That was what it was. They went up 21 in the first half, and they sustained it for most of the game.
Yeah.
So, boss, in the fourth quarter, it got a little spooky.
Yeah.
It got a little spooky, man. The Bulls came out in that fourth quarter on a mission. They reached that lead that we had in a matter of minutes, and they cut it all the way down to 3.
Yeah,
I believe. I think it was 3. They got, but the Pistons never relented.
Yeah.
They never gave up the lead. I was a little surprised that coach didn't call a timeout.
Same.
At some point, just to stop the bleeding, because you could see the Pistons were a little bit rattled, a little bit dazed, a little bit shell-shocked by that run.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
But it worked out because we had some guys late in this game who really stepped up and put this game away in a big spot, man. Very, very impressive. So anything else you want to get to? Go ahead.
I'm curious if JB mentions anything about that in the presser. I can only think that like he also just had faith in our guys. Like he just had faith that like, hey, this is the slump. And most NBA games, every team goes through a little slump. True. Every time we went through a little slump, we didn't let it get lower than 9, you know? Right. And so maybe he was just like, they'll bounce back. This is learning material for them. But I am curious because it did kind of kill the momentum. And then we got it back by playing though, which was awesome. Like we got it back with Paul Reed plays. We got back on some Ron Holland plays. And then all I have to say else, guys, is like, of course, I'm excited for everyone's opinions and stuff. But I'm a little bit surprised that some people are coming in here with criticisms after the game we just played with the team that we have. So I get it. No. Did Ron have a perfect game? No. Did Chaz have a perfect game? No. But this is a game where we get to just focus on the good. Yeah,
these guys haven't played together, man. Like, I don't want to hear anything negative tonight.
Right. Let's just
even more so than the negativity, because we were saying last game when Cade didn't shoot well. I'm even more on that tip of I don't want to hear nothing negative tonight.
Yeah.
Even more so. Exactly. Just because of who was available and who wasn't available.
Exactly.
Not the game for that. Like
there probably will be games for that. But I don't want to hear about a Ron slump. I don't want to hear. I don't. No.
If you're complaining tonight, don't even show up here in the bad game. Exactly. For real. Yeah. Don't even do it, because there's always room for improvement. You can pick things apart about the Thunder every single game they play, and they're got the best record in the league. So at some point, you got to just come on.
Just flip the switch and just remember like what just happened. Just really put into consideration what just happened. Our not only 7 rotational players, but our future starting 5 will probably be Cade, Ivey, Stu, Duran, and Asar. Mm-hmm. They 100%. Weren't there.
Right. So. No, that's a great point. None of them were there. Yeah. None of the starting 5 played.
Yeah. Duncan is the starting 5 now, but our starting 5 is
right. When we're at full strength, none of those guys will be starting.
Yeah.
And we're 10-2.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear nothing negative, man. So one more thing. And guys, I don't want to toot my own horn too much. But if you guys remember, I'm going to take you guys back. After Summer League ended last year, there were 3 guys who I said I thought had futures in the NBA. Mm-hmm. And they all played meaningful minutes tonight. They all contributed to this win. Daniss Jenkins, Bobi Klintman, and Tolu Smith. Yeah. They didn't all play perfect. None of them played perfect, right? Out of the 3, I'd probably say Daniss played the best. Tolu probably second, Bobi probably third, right? But all of those guys contributed to this win for sure. Yeah. And for them to do that, despite not having a ton of NBA meaningful minutes, and despite not playing in big spots, and despite not playing together, impressive.
Absolutely.
Impressive. Somebody said this game feels like AI.
Yeah. I'm screaming. He can't be blind to our mistakes, so he's heading out. But have a good night.
Say it again.
Someone else said that we can't be blind. We can't pretend to be blind to mistakes, so he's heading out.
Go ahead.
We'll have a great show. Thank you.
Peace.
And I'm ready for box scores if you are, because I'm so excited to talk about these guys.
Oh, let's definitely get to that. Let's get to that. All right. So, guys, keep the comments coming. We're going to do the best we can to get to you guys. All right. So let's start with Daniss Jenkins, man. Daniss Jenkins tonight, guys, had 18 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 turnovers, a 4-to-1 assist turnover ratio, on 9 for 19 overall for 47%. He missed his 2 threes in 40 minutes. Take off, boss. What are your thoughts on DJ tonight?
First of all, from literally barely any NBA minutes to a 40-minute game. Amazing, Daniss, amazing. I mean, he again, like, was he hitting his magical threes? No, but he was hitting his jumpers. He was getting to the basket. Hit the 12 assists. He had 4 assists before he went out for his first break in the first.
Yep.
Like, and we've talked about it. Like, he is a point guard, and that's who we think. Like, I believe he should be behind Cade in terms of point, because he really keeps it under control.
Yep.
What was his turnovers? 3.
That's a 4-to-1 assist turnover ratio
For your first full NBA game is
insane.
And 2 steals. His defense was incredible.
Yep.
They don't count it. I don't know if they just don't count some deflections as blocks, but he had at least 2 under the rim where he bothered someone at the rim and got the ball away from them and got it out there. So he was just amazing. And I was just so happy to see it because, after such a big game, not that there's doubters, but there's maybe a little pressure, but he's always ready to play. And so I'm so excited to see, what he did. His first shot that he took was like way off, and then he just hit it. He just did great.
Yes.
Most of his points were in the first half. But he contributed in the second half with assists, with defense, with keeping everything under control by carrying, bringing the ball up the court and not losing it,
Yep.
So I'm just so impressed with Daniss, and I'm so excited for him. But for me, I'm just looking at this roster of like, there's going to be some teams on the hunt for these guys.
For sure. And
I'm just like, we got to keep them.
We have to keep as many of these guys as we can.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog, Jeremy Hart, who is in the chat.
Yeah.
Guys, Jeremy Hart, guys, is Daniss Jenkins' developmental coach. He's been with him for 5 years. He was just on the show last night. Got a whole video on that we posted. So make sure you guys go check that out. Bro, if you want to hop on, let me know. If you can't, don't worry about it. But I appreciate you showing up, bro. We got a lot to say about Daniss Jenkins tonight, man. He did his thing. Shout out to you and him for the work that you guys have put in. I always tell you that. So yeah, we appreciate you showing up, bro. So you got any more thoughts on Daniss before I get to him?
He's just delivered 2 games in a row. And Greg was just going off about how before the game, he was talking to him, and Daniss like, I have stuff for you tonight. And Greg was just impressed that, you can say it, and it's one thing to say it, and it's one thing to follow through with it. And he did both.
Facts. Yeah, he don't just talk the talk. He walks the walk for sure. Man, what a journey.
Yeah.
What a journey for Daniss Jenkins, man.
Yeah.
Going undrafted in the 2024 draft, to playing a summer league, to earning a 2-way contract with the Pistons and the Motor City Cruise, to, yesterday, 1 game removed from having a career night in the NBA, hitting a game-tying 3, to getting his first NBA start tonight. And tonight he proved that last game was no fluke. Yeah. That was the biggest thing for me. If anybody had any doubts, he came back the very next night and played just as well, if not better, tonight. Yeah. And as far as this game, I was texting Jeremy earlier. They couldn't stop this dude in the first half.
No.
They had nothing for him. They were throwing multiple guys at him. They could not stay in front. He was making every right. He was doing whatever he wanted in his game and knocking down shots.
Yes.
But also making plays for his guys, right? He was finding his guys routinely over and over again. And defensively, he's just a smart basketball player, man. He's always where he's supposed to be defensively, positionally. He's never out of position. He's never getting caught on back doors. He's never falling asleep. He's just locked in. On one play, he came over at the last second on a post-entry pass to knock it away.
Yep.
Like he just knows where he's supposed. He's got great instincts. Yeah. He's just an all-around hooper. Yeah. There's nothing he can't do. He needs to be the backup point guard going forward. No more Motor City Cruise for him. Like them days are over. But shout out to the Cruise, by the way, because he's not here without that development. Right. But he's elevated now to that next level. Go ahead. Yeah, the Crews have been a great G League team. Absolutely. There's so many guys coming out of it. So I'm just, again, like you said, and I'm just looking at some of my notes because I stopped taking notes in like the fourth when things were getting, crazy. It's like, I got to lock in like these guys. But, Daniss, with all of his defense, his first foul was halfway through the third. Yep. And that's another thing. Like, he's just a smart player. And you can't just take any G League player and throw them into an NBA game for 40 minutes and they produce like that. This guy, he's been working towards it and he deserves every bit of it. But it's also like this, like I've talked about before, it's not a fluke. This is his game. This is his game. Exactly. This is his talent. And he's just going to get better. And it's just, that's scary. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Cause his fingerprints were all over this game. Right. Yeah. His impact was ridiculous. But one thing about Daniss is he doesn't hurt you.
Right.
He doesn't hurt you on the court.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. Like he's not turning the ball over a ton. He's not getting pulled from the game. He doesn't have that deer in the headlights look. You know, like he is impacting the game many more times than not in a positive way. And that's how you build trust. That's how you build trust in your teammates. That's how you build trust in your coach to play you 40 minutes.
Yep.
He ain't playing 40 minutes if he's not impacting the game in a positive way.
Absolutely.
In his first start, it would even be understandable if he didn't play well.
Yeah.
That's a lot, especially considering where he's been and trying to get to this moment for years.
Yeah.
Like not even going drafted, looking like a lottery pick almost at this point. Like
4 different schools.
Iona, St. John, like, man. And like you said, he is going to get better and better. This is his first start.
Yeah.
How much better is he going to be mid-season?
Definitely not his last. Definitely not his last.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's just nice to know we have that safety valve if Cade gets hurt again. If Cade gets dinged up. Because you don't go through a season without injuries.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have that depth.
As you can see.
As we can see.
Especially
right? So,
for a physical team like us. Like we are physical. Like we're going to be on top of people. We're going to be in the paint. That's where ankles get stepped on. That's where ankles get, they're hurt for a reason. And a sprain, and guys, we don't know the like what everyone's ankle injury, how big it is, but sprained ankles hurt. Even just like a simple sprain, it doesn't go away easy. I think coach made the right decision in resting Cade and Duran.
Yeah.
I think I would say that even if we lost tonight. Just incredible. And there's a lot of players on teams that don't get this opportunity to develop.
That's true.
We've had a lot of guys play, Daniss has now played over 60 minutes in the NBA.
Yeah.
And that's
quickly.
Yes, quickly.
Yeah, for sure. So shout out to coach for not only calling a great game. The fact that we even had a 20-point lead on the Bulls with this roster, with so many guys out, is incredible. But just the fact that he's giving these guys an opportunity. He said pregame, if we're going to make a run in the playoffs, these guys got to start playing now.
Right.
And that's exactly what we were saying last show.
Yep.
If you got all this talent and they have no chemistry and you throw them in the playoffs in a big spot, what do you expect? You can't expect them to consistently play well and hold the fort down, when guys are out. So he's preparing already for what's to come in the future. And I think that he needs credit for that. We said before we're going to give coach credit more often. Yeah. He deserves that credit here tonight for sure. And boss, it's funny during the broadcast, you were talking about Greg Kelser. At one point he said, man, I didn't know how athletic this guy is.
Yes.
And I was just thinking, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We knew.
We did.
We knew. Shout out to Greg Kelser, but we knew. We talked about it. I've said it before. I saw it since Summer League. I saw it in the open practice. When he caught that pass from Marcus Astor off the side of the backboard and did a 360 and threw it down with his head at the rim.
Yeah.
And I came right back here to tell you guys about it as soon as it happened. But man, the Bulls could not do anything with him. They kind of clamped on him and focused on him in the second half. But the first half, man, he could not be stopped. And guys, last episode, if Jeremy's still here, guys, after his performance, we had Jeremy come onto the show. Like I mentioned, he's been with him for 5 years. And he said that Daniss has always been ready for the moment. He just had to be patient and wait for his moment. And tonight, he was ready. So for those who missed it, here is a quick excerpt from our conversation with our guy, Jeremy Hart, Coach Hart. Check it out. Bro, talk to me, man. What's your initial reaction?
Right now, I'm just filled with a lot of emotion. He deserves it, man. Everybody wants the reward from hard work right away. He just shows up, works his butt off. To see him making big-time shots on the biggest stage, it just takes me back to 5 years ago. Me and him in the gym all by ourselves trying to get a scholarship to college. It's just surreal.
It looked like the Pistons were just gassed, couldn't get over that hump. And when he came into the game, he continued to not just make shot after shot, but play after play. On the last 3 ball, he wasn't even ready for the ball.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for the ball, but he was ready for the moment. You ask any of those guys in that locker room about Daniss, they'll tell you. If you got to know him, you'll know what we know. That's why I've been singing the song that I've been singing, because I know all he needed is opportunity. Like I talked to you about, we hit a noise. I almost got tears in my eyes just because we just had God and faith. I'm a proud coach right here.
You actually text me with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You just sent me the eyes, and I'm like, I know, I see it too.
The reason why I sent you the eyes is because I know him, so I saw his body language, and I just knew down the stretch he could get active. And it was his defense, too. I think he would have 4 or 5 steals.
Four steals.
Tell Daniss he's got the whole city of Detroit behind him. That was a Peacock game. That was nasty televised. People are going to know his name now.
We appreciate y'all support. I know y'all been rocking with us and supporting him. That don't go unnoticed. I didn't wait till the train started moving. Y'all been on the train from the jump. We appreciate that. I talked to you about it personally a little bit. It's going to be bigger days to come, too, so stay tuned.
So for anybody who laughed at us, clowned us, said that we were only gassing him up because he plays for this team, what are they going to say now?
Right.
What are they going to say now? Daniss Jenkins is a backup point guard for this team, man.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Cade Cunningham, he is the only other natural point guard on this team. I say it all the time. Caris can play the position. He's shown it. Jaden Ivey, when he comes back, can play the position. He has shown it.
Mm-hmm.
Daniss Jenkins is a point guard. Straight up. And when you need someone to come in and settle the offense down, set the table, provide a spark, and just keep things moving, he's the guy. And he's shown it over and over now. And he continues to show it. And most importantly, man, he's earned it.
Oh, yeah.
This has not been given him by any stretch of the imagination. So for him to grind his way and to get to this point and to get not to only be good enough, but to take advantage of the opportunity when it's there.
Yep.
That's what he deserves credit for. He's always stay ready. And Jeremy Hart, my dog, you and him deserve a lot of credit for that. So I got to give you guys credit. That's all I got for him, man. I could go on all night about DJ, but I know he played his butt off.
Hard work, and it's showing. Hard work from both Daniss and coach. Hard work all around. And
for sure.
It's so great to see that he's reaping the rewards now, because we've been wanting this. I mean, from before the season started, we just kept saying, "Oh, I hope we get leads in these games so that we can get Daniss in."
Right.
So now he's starting, you know.
Right.
So I'm just thrilled for him. But like you said, we could go on about him forever. And I have a feeling he's going to be a common topic in our post games going forward.
I do too. He's going to come up a lot, I think, going forward now. And in the words of our dog, Jeremy Hart, trust your work, baby.
Trust your work.
Trust your work. You trusted the work. He trusted the process. And here we are. And here you guys are. So shout out to Daniss Jenkins, man. Backup point guard of the future for this team, hopefully for a long time. Marvin says, bye-bye, Schroeder. We were saying that, like, he is going to be that guy in that role. Mm-hmm. That's what we were saying. Like, he has the capability of doing it. It was just nobody saw it. Mm-hmm. Nobody saw it, so they didn't know. They assumed he wasn't good enough because he wasn't playing.
Yep.
And now they see he is good enough, and now he's going to be playing. So, yeah, bro, let me know when you're in town, bro. We got to grab a bite of something for sure and chop it up for sure. Looking forward to seeing you when you get here. Hit me up. But, yeah, great game, man. Okay, guys, let's keep it moving. Let's move now to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson, boss. Tonight, he had 23 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover on 8 for 13, good for 60% overall, 7 for 10 from 3.
That's Malik Beasley numbers.
Right? In 28 minutes. So,
28 minutes.
Man, what was your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Duncan tonight?
Oh my gosh, he was hitting it when we needed it. He was exactly what we needed him to be tonight. And they mentioned on the broadcast like how he was in the gym early, 2 hours early to get shots up because that's when he found out, he's going to need a bigger role. And, he started off this season, we talked about like a little bit iffy. We were just like, I don't know if he's, if he's not shooting, he shouldn't be on the floor, all this stuff. He just seems so much more comfortable. And he, like people have been saying, their argument for trades and people and stuff is like, when you go to a place, they can make you into their culture. Like they can mend you to it. And that's kind of what I feel like is happening to Duncan right now is he's understanding what it is to be a Piston. And he fouled out, but he fouled out with effort. And I mean,
yep, for sure.
He had a steal. It wasn't like, he also, he had the most fouls. I think no one else on our team had more than 3 fouls. So
right.
Fine, and he did like the shooting was unreal. That shot in the fourth, halfway between the half court and the 3-point line that he drained that 3 to get us back up after that slump. Huge. I mean, he just took on the huge moments and he got it done. And his threes in the first half were I just couldn't believe they were all going down. That one that he banked, I was like,
oh my God.
Oh, like that's off the back. He banked it in. I was like, I can't, I saw it going. I was like, shoot, that's not going. Nope. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
Ethan's had a good point. How does he play better defense after he gets in foul trouble? Like he just tightens it up. He tightens it up a little bit. And some of those fouls are kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie. I think it was a foul he had on Modest at the end where Modest was driving. He had his hand straight up, was positioned right, and was moving. He was moving horizontally, and they called a foul.
No,
I'm like, come on, bro.
We had the offensive foul on him grabbing an arm. They had that defensive one when they caught. Some of them, he was just caught what other NBA players do anyways. Some NBA players are handsy and they just don't get the call. So
right,
that's how it went. But like I said, the effort is what we wanted from him, and the effort is there. And
for sure,
it's getting better. And it's only what game was this? 11?
This was game 12. Yes.
Okay. We're 10-2 now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Still early.
Wow.
Marvin says Duncan, the new John Barry. I like that. John Barry getting out transition, pulling that through, knocking it down. I like that. That's a pretty good comparison, actually.
Gosh.
He's a little bit bigger. John Barry's probably a touch better defensively. He wasn't a great defender. He's probably a touch better defensively, but he wasn't as big. But that's a great comparison. That's a great comparison for sure. Mm-hmm. Sean says, Deuce Hazy. I do not. You heard me last episode. Give him love. It's coming again tonight. So I think he's just trolling at this point. But shout out to Sean for sure. Okay. Any more thoughts on Duncan?
Just a couple of comments here that I didn't really consider. Reputation foul. If you're known as a bad defender,
that's true.
See it differently.
That's true.
Duncan does get hurt with the reputation bad defender whistle.
Fair point.
I agree with you guys. That's a really good point because, I can see that because you can tell when they try to go after him. There was a couple like where Matas went to the basket and he told him he chose to back off because he was in foul trouble.
Right.
And so, the refs are aware of that too. So I could see that.
For sure. Here, Johnny said Rick Barry. Rick Barry. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I mean, all the Barrys can shoot. So I'm not mad at that. Duncan is in that category for sure. So here's my thoughts with Duncan. Mm-hmm. So earlier we were talking about, I was saying that I was looking to see who's going to step up offensively early in this game for the Pistons, right? Because so much offense was missing.
Right.
Duncan Robinson was that guy.
He did it.
He answered that question early in this game. Mm-hmm. He scored 9 points and the Pistons had 12. Mm-hmm. And he got them all off of threes in the first few minutes of the game.
Yep. And
he came into this game aggressive. Like we saw him earlier in the season where he would come off a curl and he's pump faking. Right. He's like, I ain't got enough daylight. And he would move the ball. It's like, you're here to shoot, bro. Shoot the ball. And tonight, he was not doing that at all.
Yeah.
At all, man. Like he was catching and just letting it go.
Yeah.
Letting it fly. And it was almost like the coaching staff pulled him aside and said, bro, you got to be more aggressive, man. Especially tonight. We need you tonight. So when you catch it, if you have any daylight, if you got an inch, if it's not going to get blocked, shoot it.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I mean, just to go to your point with the coaching staff thing, that's what I was thinking is they probably said, hey, you're the vet out here. You're the starter. These guys, you got to go get the tone started. Those threes, that's what, those were so big that we kept that lead for so long. Like he got it started so the other guys, could relax a second and, not, it wasn't a back and forth game forever. No, Duncan was like, I'm going to go out there, go get this started. Kind of like we talked about yesterday, how Kay took a bunch of shots, but I think, the goal was let's try to get ahead of this, or not yesterday,
right.
Games before. Let's try to get ahead of this so we can bring in the other guys and you can rest, kind of stuff.
Right.
So, yeah.
I like this. Maddie Fred. What's up, Maddie? What's going on, my dog? Appreciate you, bro. Maddie says Detroit runs on Duncan. I love that.
Maddie,
I love that. As an avid goer of Dunkin' Donuts,
yes.
I co-sign on this for sure. Detroit runs on Duncan. I love it.
We got to credit you for any of that if that catches on. And Maddie is someone who, we talk during the game and stuff through chats, and he is always positive. He's always excited.
Facts.
He's, talking about how
good dude too.
Yeah, exactly. Great dude. And he was talking about how he's like, 2 things I took away from this game. The Bulls are just the Bulls are not as good as we thought they were in game 1. And I forgot the second thing, but it was a valid point about what our guys are doing out here, our team. So he's just one of the most positive, upbeat guys out there.
For sure. Like if we could combine Duncan Robinson and Ron Holland right now, that would be the perfect player for this team right now. Absolutely. But it's all good because Duncan right now is enough.
Yeah.
Right. He's not a great defender. But the effort, that's all we asked for. That's all I was asking for when I was getting on him, was just the effort for me before wasn't there. And now it is. The fact that he's getting 6 fouls in back-to-back games now is telling me he's just trying harder.
Right.
He's trying because he's not swiping down. Like he's trying to move his feet. He's not a great laterally, but he's trying. Mm-hmm. He's trying to give the guy enough space so that way he doesn't just get drove on, but he's also not trying to give enough to where he's giving like he's trying.
Right. And
you can see he's locked in on that end. I'll give him credit for that for sure.
Teams are purposely running their offense to get to him. He's ending up under the rim defending these guys. It's not like he's ending up in that situation and he's making a decision. So
right.
And again, I think he's just gonna keep improving because he already is. Like the effort's there. Just keep doing it, and like they love it. Like I don't think JB would be as mad at all about him fouling out. I think. I mean, he and like Kelser said, he went out there and did his job. So to foul out, it's like okay, at least you didn't foul out playing 30 minutes and not hitting any of your threes.
Right.
He fouled out, hitting 7 of 10 threes.
That's incredible.
Amazing.
That's incredible. It was a combination. It was at first I said it was like he looked like THJ because when THJ gets hot, he made I think 2 games last year he hit back to back 3-pointers in 2 different games, and that was kind of like Duncan tonight. But then when I saw the volume he was shooting it at 7 for 10, that's more B's as far as the volume. So he had a little combination of both. So he's getting more comfortable, and you can see it. And if he continues to bring that effort and gives us most of what we got tonight offensively. He's gonna be good for this team for sure.
He drew that THJ charge too.
Facts.
So he's filling the role well.
It's a great point, boss. That's true. Yeah, good game from Duncan, man.
Yeah.
Hey, like I tell y'all, I call it like I see it.
Yeah.
If it don't look great, I'm gonna tell you. If it looks good, I'm gonna tell you. Right? I love all these guys. I want to see all these guys do well, and Duncan tonight did well for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's move on to Lil Ron Holland, guys. Tonight, Ron Holland had 9 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 2 turnovers on 4 for 11 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3 in 28 minutes. A little bit of a funky game for Ron. What are your thoughts on Ron?
Yeah, I mean, just his effort and energy is always there. Like we said, I was like hoping that this would be the one that got him out of the slump, but he got to go against Mates, which was a really exciting matchup.
Yeah.
And Mates ended up being their largest scorer, but when Ron wasn't on him, really, like he really shut down. And when Mates was on Ron, he was able to get around him. Just couldn't finish some shots at the rim, but his defense, especially the fourth, the steals were huge. He had that beautiful lob to Reed in after the Daniss steal in the third. He forced that jump ball on Vooch, and then they got it.
Just took the ball away from him.
He's just, I know, his scoring might not be amazing, guys. He might make some silly fouls, but again, we're not focusing on the criticisms tonight. He's just always 100% effort.
Right.
He never gave up. The fourth quarter, it's important. Even when we're up, he's just never getting up. And JB trusts him again to play almost 30 minutes despite his offensive production. He's out there for defense and he's out there for a reason. So, I mean, and he really only had 2 fouls and they were both kind of silly, but he again, box score doesn't reflect it, but a huge part of this win, the
box score often doesn't reflect it with him. Right. Ethan made a good point. He kind of said what I was thinking. Ron didn't have his best game, but he still did a lot of good things tonight, especially defensively. So let's start with the offense because it wasn't great, right? It was in the last few games, he's been struggling a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. He's been a little bit of a funk offensively. He did have some dangerous passes. Yeah. He was bouncing the ball off his foot. One play in the fourth quarter, we were up protecting the lead. He's trying to score quickly. I'm like, no, we don't need that right now. We got to protect this lead, and the clock is our friend. Like he showed his youth a little bit offensively. He was just trying to get it back. He was trying to get it back. He was trying to be a spark. And sometimes he gets into trouble trying to do a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. But so once again, offense wasn't great. We understand that, right? And we highlight that. But defensively, we don't win this game without him.
What do you think of this comment by Ethan?
Part of the thing with Ron is that we're looking at him to do more in a game that we're short this many guys. That's a great point, too. Yeah. All these guys had to elevate their play and put a little bit more food on their plate. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Yeah. And you see guys like Duncan Robinson, who's a little bit more prepared to do that because he's a vet. Mm-hmm. And Ron is just starting his second year. Yeah. So we're asking Ron to do a lot more. Ron is not a starter right now. But we've had him start the second half at the 4 when Tobias got hurt. Yeah. We've had him at the 3 with guys he hasn't played with a lot, right? Like Ron and Daniss hasn't played a lot. Yeah. Ron and Tolu hasn't played a lot. So once again, these guys haven't played together a lot. So it's like you're trying to ask him to do more offensively while not having played with these guys consistently. It's a lot to ask, man. But that's why we saw the defense was still there, because the defense is always going to be ahead of the offense in situations where you haven't played with guys.
Right.
Always. We said the same, like with Caris, we said the same thing. The defense ahead of the offense because he hasn't played with these guys. The same thing. So with Ron, I'm not going to be too hard on him.
Yeah.
Because if one thing never lacks, and that's the effort, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because the other things are fixable. But the effort thing is this up here.
Yeah.
And he never lacks that at all.
Oh my gosh. And he does, and you can tell that he's frustrated with himself. You can tell when he makes a mistake, he looks over to coach. So that he can because he's still learning. He wants to just do his best, and you can just tell that he gets frustrated when he's not getting what he wants because he knows what he can do, and he doesn't want to harm the team. And again, him out there didn't do any harm to the team tonight at all. So it was a plus 14 tonight. Yeah, I think we had a couple of minuses, but those don't even make sense. But he was just like you said. We asked a lot of him. As a young guy already who knows what he wants, there, like you said, a few little things that he just, but he's young, he's excited. Yep. He just gets excited.
He gets excited.
And I think he wants to win. Excited to play with Matas. Like they're really close guys. Like they were hanging out in the preseason, and stuff. And he's gonna get it. He's gonna figure it out. He did hit that corner 3. Yep. He did get some drives to the basket. He drew some fouls. Yeah, he played the Ron way. And I think the stat line on a night that we have our like other guys is like good for Ron, like 3 steals, 1 points. Like, so he did do Ron things tonight. And that's for all we asked of him.
For sure. He's consistent.
Yeah.
Whether he's shooting the ball well or all that's like, he's going to bring that effort consistently. And that's all you can ask for. The offense will come around. He's not going to stay in this funk. I can guarantee you that much.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's get to some comments on Ron. Devon Moscona, my dog, says, I think when it comes to Ron, Asar, and Stu, we can't judge them by the box every game. Most games, I would say.
I throw Green in there too.
Who's that? Javonte Green, for sure.
Defenders.
Yes, 100%. So that's a great comment. Mega Hustle says, Ron just needs to start back 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. I want to get to this quickly. Doug said, last year, the Pistons didn't win their 10th game until December 7th. And 2 years ago, win number 10 came on March 7th. That is insane. Whoa. That is insane. That is the comment of the night thus far.
Thank you, Doug.
That's insane. Like the December 7th is actually, I don't think that's bad. It's not bad good. Considering where we were the year before. That's fine. But March 7th? Yeah. March 7th? That's man. Oh, I ain't gonna get into why that happened before, but that's a great stat there, Doug. Thank you for sharing that for sure. Maddie says, I think Ron is just in a bit of a sophomore slump on offense, but his hustle has been relentless. And that's the key. He doesn't let his offense affect his defense. A lot of time when you see guys say they make a bad play at the rim, they don't finish, they get the offense rebound, they miss again. What happens? They're like, and then walking down the floor, and it's a 4-on-5, and they get a score, and then all of a sudden he's got energy again because he's down there by himself. It's like, where was that energy after the defense? You should have sprinted back. Ron don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Ever. Like, he's not built like that. So the mental thing, like, he is always defense first. Yeah. Even when the offense isn't going, he's going to try to do whatever he can on the other end because he wants to impact the game however he can. Mm-hmm. Offense, defense, special teams. Like, he doesn't, obviously it's football, but the point is he doesn't care. Yeah. He just wants to help this team win, period.
Exactly.
I can live with it, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not even mad. It wasn't a great game, but I'm not mad at him at all, man. Nope. Doug says, please discuss JB in the great state. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Doug.
Yeah.
The fact that we had a 20-point lead on the Bulls, who at one point already early in the season were the top team in the league. Yeah. And we were missing our entire projected starting 5, 7 guys overall, and we're up 20. And what's more impressive is we don't lose the game when it gets tight.
Yes.
That's the most important piece for me. We went up again. We went up 11 after being only up 3. Mm-hmm. We went up, I think it was 13. And then they got cut down to about 9. And coach was like, timeout.
Yeah.
Like that was a great timeout.
Yeah.
Because he's like, okay, it's almost like he wanted to make sure these guys knew what to do to finish this game.
Right.
They gave the huge lead up. It was shrunk. It went down to 3. They got it back up to like 13. Came back down to 9. He's like, okay, hold on. Yeah. Let's regroup. Let's just make sure we're on the same page here. Yeah. So that was great. His time. Like, I would have wished he would have called it earlier, but maybe that's why he saved it.
Well, so that's what I was thinking. It's like, do we wish that he called it earlier? Because I think it was just, honestly, just should have called it mostly just end momentum because I knew that we could bounce back. But now these guys know that they can conquer that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a great point.
Probably it was a risk not to take a timeout. Maybe he already said what he needed to say, and he was just waiting for his guys to follow through with it. Maybe he felt it would be repetitive, But I'm
That's a good
thinking,
point.
For me, it ended up working out because now these guys know that when they're in tough situations, they can pull it out. They can pull it out and build the lead up. And then I think that timeout again stayed for the end of the game because JB believed in them. And now it's just more of like, okay, here's just the little mistakes we need to figure out to finish this game off. Go finish it. So
Phil Jackson used to do that a lot for my old Bulls fans and Lakers fans. He used to do that often. He would make the players figure it out on the court themselves. It would be certain times I'm watching, I'm like, why is he calling a timeout? They came all the way back and they're down now, and he wouldn't call timeout. It's like, no, you can't always rely on me to bail you out. Go figure it out.
Right.
Go figure it out. And like you said, and it pays off when you win games like this. Yeah. We talk about it all the time. During the losing streak a couple years ago, like the mentality that they had then would not have won this game tonight. It would have felt like deja vu. They would have got used to the same script happening every single night.
Yep.
So when you are in a situation and you are able to conquer, you're able to get up on this team. So you know you can hang with this team because you went up so high. You went up so many points. But then you have that resilience to, even when the lead is gone and the momentum is gone, you dig deep.
Yeah.
With just the guys on the court, you dig deep and you work your way out of it.
Yeah.
That is a huge confidence builder for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Period. Absolutely. And that wasn't even our main guys. That's great for this unit.
Right.
That is great for this unit. So that way, when our starters in the playoffs, when our starters come out of the game, maybe they're in the lull. Mm-hmm. These guys who started tonight can come in like, hey, man, we were up 20 on the Bulls. And when they came back, we still finished the game out. These kind of games pay dividends down the line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And I think if it was our main guys, that there probably would have been a timeout. Something about these guys being young. I think they're just, and like we just saw it tonight. Like there's team chemistry.
Yes.
It is like a family. So the coaches are involved in that. The coaches know what they're doing, and we just shouldn't doubt them and to just go back to your point, or the comment that asked more about his coaching decisions, like he was, making, offensive and defensive switches depending on the situation. Like JB was on top of it coaching. He didn't, it wasn't like he was not, he
was into the game.
Yeah. It was a conscious decision not to call timeout. So, and I think, and maybe he even told the guys before. He's like, I don't want to have to call a timeout.
Right. 100%.
We don't know. So
we don't know.
Maybe we'll know from the post, because I'm curious. I think a lot of people are. I would love to hear what his thoughts were about all that. But it ended up just working out great. And I mean, the coaching was just so good tonight. And we had our bench coaches and our starters. So
right. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Incredible. So I know we kind of veered away from the box a little bit, but I wanted to shout out Coach, because Coach called an amazing game. The coaching staff deserves a lot of credit, man, for the way that they're managing these young guys on and off the court. So shout out to them.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get to one of your favorite players.
Yeah.
Javonte Green, man. So guys, we talked about the box scores and how if you don't watch the game, you can be easily deceived, right? Yeah. So guys, tonight, Javonte Green in 32 minutes had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 turnovers on 3 for 7 shooting overall, 0 for 2 from 3, 3 for 7 from the free throw line. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But in 32 minutes.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on Javonte Green tonight?
That's again, he had 1 steal on the box score, but he definitely was involved in other steals 100%. And other play breakups. He is a good shooter. So the free throw thing was a little weird, the 3 of 7. So that to me just tells me that he was having an offensive off night. Because he didn't did he hit a 3? No, he didn't hit any of his threes. All of his baskets were at the basket. He had the dunk, the steal, a couple of steal to dunks. So he just wasn't having a shooting night, but obviously an amazing defensive night. Right. Exactly, Ethan. Green continues to do what he's been asked to do. Any offense is a bonus. Yeah, exactly. That's why he played 32 minutes.
Exactly. He's been doing this.
Right. And we were getting it done on the offensive end with the help of Jenkins, Duncan, LeVert, all of them. We're getting it done on the offensive end. So Coach wanted him in there for the defense, and he did a great job. Only 2 fouls again, and I just think that's incredible. Just when you're a defender like that, meeting guys at the rim, the corners, like he's he's just so fun, and he's just such a good pickup, and he's having a blast out there, and he wants to be out there, and he plays so hard, and he's just, again, the box score doesn't reflect where he's at. I think he's going to have a big game where he's going to have offense and defense explosions, but right now it's just defense explosions, and it's all we can ask of him, and a big part of why we won.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you think about a guy like Ron, right? We always talk about, Ron and Javonte Green often have similar type of games, especially lately, where they don't have a great offensive output, but defensively they're getting it done. I just think Ron has such a surprising rookie campaign that the expectation level for him has risen to a point where it's like, why isn't he doing this every night? Because he was doing a lot of the things that Javonte did tonight. Right. So it's just like the expectation level for Ron has gone up, and the expectation level for Javonte was very low. Because nobody really knew about him. So I think, but when you look at how they're playing, it's pretty similar. So just keep that in mind as well. But he was great. We always talk about how, also, boss, we say if you're going to play that many minutes, if you're not scoring a lot of points, you got to be doing something on the other end. And he did so many things again, right? That just don't show up on the stat sheet. Getting deflections, covering defensive mistakes when guys are wide open, and being able to cover to prevent the score. Like, so things like that don't show up are the things that he does, and he doesn't mind doing them. That's what I love. He doesn't mind not getting all the credit or not taking a bunch of shots. He doesn't care. He's another one of those guys like Ron, like Stu, like all these guys who just wants to do their part to help this team win. He is the perfect addition to this team. And I did not expect him to be this impactful to where he's playing 25, 30 minutes a night off the bench. He started tonight, but even when he wasn't, he was still playing 20, 25 plus minutes. Because of how smart he is, how hard he plays, and how he impacts the game. Period. Love Javonte Green, man. I know. Love Javonte Green.
Truly has been awesome. And the fact that he wants to do well for our team, being a new addition, is just great. I mean, we've seen that with Duncan now too. We've seen all of them. I think they all obviously want to win and contribute, but once they, they really are into the family, because we know how the team chemistry was last year was huge. The locker room is just a huge part of who this team is. There's a lot of NBA teams struggling with locker room culture right now, and we are very lucky that we're not one of them. But why would we be? Because these guys all have similar mentalities. And yeah, I'm just excited for Green to continue. And gosh, what a great vet for Ron, because like you said, their names are very similar. And so now, Javonte Green tends to stay out of foul trouble, and Ron can learn from that with his defense. But they both provide energy and spark. They absolutely are very similar players. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's pretty cool that we have like a young guy and a vet that plays so similarly, because it just shows all the potential coming for Ron, and then how important Green is.
Right. Devon says, told you, y'all would like Green and would be an honorable dog pound member. That Bulls game when Laurie got traded made me a fan of him. Henry says, it takes team effort. Duncan is really fitting in, and I like the way they're doing screens and giving him the ball. Paul Reed always shows up. I like how LeVert came through. Holland was good it was good team win.
Points, Henry. All great points.
Up and down the roster, man. Up and down the roster. So that was great to see for sure. What's going on, Zell? Appreciate you, bro. Says, hell of a game, Deuce. Caris was unsung. He stabilized his second unit. Yes, bro. We're going to get to him in a minute.
Haven't gotten to him yet.
Yep, haven't gotten to him yet. We're going to get through the starters, and we'll get to him. Appreciate you showing up, my dog. Okay, guys, let's go to B-Ball Paul, man, who got the start at the 5 tonight. Man, okay, so guys, Paul Reed tonight had this is insane. This dude had 28 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 4 turnovers on, get this, 11 for 13 shooting. He shot 84% from the feet, 85% from the field. He made both of his 3-pointers. He made all 4 of his free throws, and he did all that in 31 minutes. Plus 26 on the team, far and away the best.
Yeah.
Go ahead, boss. Talk about your boy.
You just said all of his amazing stats. And the other stat that's not on here is how he shut down Vucevic.
100%.
Vooch and Duren. Vooch has always figured out a way to play on Duren. You saw Vooch backing up, overpowering Duren. This isn't a slight to Duren. This is just what we've noticed, and what we've seen is that Vooch tends to be the better of the two.
Bad matchup.
Couple of years. Reed did not let that happen. At the 3-point line in the paint, Vooch had to throw it out. He was not confident. This is Vucevic. This guy is a former All-Star. Like this is Vucevic.
Right.
And he was not confident taking Paul Reed to the rim or shooting over Paul Reed. That's just amazing. And so I just had to say that before any of the stats. And then
Agreed.
I'll just read off just a couple of things. I was trying to keep notes on plays, and Paul Reed was by far the one that I kept the most on. I said offensive rebound and then a block. Offensive rebound, draws a foul. Steal, reverse dunk, powerful reverse dunk after getting the offensive rebound off the rim. A beautiful bounce cut to LeVert. Offensive boards to putbacks. The steal on Buzelis with 2 minutes left in the corner 3.
Insane.
And then the reverse at 1 minute left. He just plays with so much energy and power, and he
likes that reverse dunk, by the way. Go ahead.
And a couple of the reverse layups too. He's big. He knows, he's very smart. He just knows what will get there. And there were times where there were 3 guys around him and he got the shot to go down.
Yep.
That's very difficult to do.
Yep.
And some of those guys, one of those guys was usually Vooch as well. And he hit his threes. Like you said, he hit his free throws after he missed those 2 big ones in the game. And he tweeted out, I'm going to go shoot 5,000 free throws. Well, whatever he did, proved his shot both at the free throw line, behind the 3, everywhere. He was just so much fun to watch tonight. I am just I've always been a big Paul Reed fan. He was our, the only guy that we signed back from last year. Go back on a contract, and it was a first and only. And a lot of people were like, "Why are we keeping him and no one else?" This is why. This is B-ball Paul. And Greg Kelser said it too. A lot of people, he's like, I don't know why some people out there still have doubt in Paul Reed, but if there's anyone that doesn't, it's Paul Reed. He knows what he can do.
Right.
He knows what he can do.
For
so
sure.
He was my player of the game, and he usually is. He's just incredible effort. 31 minutes. I mean, just crazy. And he had 3 fouls too, and that's just huge to ask of basically your starting center. So yeah,
that's 100%. All accurate, valid points, boss, for sure.
Yeah.
This was me watching Paul Reed tonight.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oh, that was after that reverse.
That was after that reverse, but that was me the whole game.
Yes.
It was cool seeing JD and Stu on the bench, just happy for him too.
Yes.
Because one thing that Paul Reed has said continuously before, and this is why I respect him and guys like him, team guys. He has said in the past, he's been asked about, his minutes early in the season, like, do you feel you could provide more? And he's like, of course. I know I can provide more. He said, I know what my ability is, but this team doesn't need me to do that. He said, it's hard sometimes, when I don't play as much as I want, or I'm watching from the sideline, I feel like I could help and contribute. But he said, I understand that I have a role in this team.
Yeah.
And I have to be a star in that role, and I'm willing to do that for the betterment of the team. Yeah. And you see tonight, he wasn't capping, because like you just said, doing this against a all-star level big and putting up 28 and 13 in 31 minutes and shutting him down and making clutch play after clutch play on both ends. We blow this game without him.
Yeah.
This game we're not even happy tonight, guys.
Yeah. And
for anybody who thought he could not be the 3rd string big, look what he did as a 1st stringer tonight.
Yeah.
And there is he played against the Wizards. He played against, no, man, this is against all-star level big.
Yeah.
And all who has given us problems.
Yes.
So there should be no doubt at all. This is why I've said I'm very comfortable with Paul Reed being the 3rd big. Y'all know I've said that. And you said it too, boss. We are very comfortable with him in that role because we know what he can do. Yeah. A lot like Daniss, like these guys, he's getting more opportunity to show it. Yeah. And now there should be no doubt in anybody's mind what this dude can do. And he's a humble cat, man. Humble dude. Yeah. Right? He's really soft-spoken. He's shy. Right? I met him at the open practice. He was real cool. Got a chance to talk to him for a quick. He's just a nice guy. But on that court, he is a gamer, man.
Yeah.
He's a gamer. My dog Will, what's going on, bro? Says this was one of my favorite wins. This was my favorite game. Yeah, this was the best game of the year for me. Yeah. And none of our projected starting lineup even played. It just goes to show how important depth is, how important having guys like Paul Reed are to be able to step in, like you said, boss, next man up, and be able to just not have us skip a beat at all.
Yeah.
At all. And he was really the only true, well, we had Tolu as well, but him and Tolu were the only true bigs tonight.
Yep.
We're going to get to Tolu later. But it was just them.
Yeah.
It was just those guys. So, incredible game from Paul Reed, man. This dude his energy is so contagious.
Oh, yeah.
It's he's so fun to watch, man. He was all over the boards. He was everywhere. He gave us so many second chance opportunities. Go ahead.
Well, do you remember a few games ago, he came in and he didn't have his best game and they gave him the belt?
Yes. He needs the belt for a week.
They gave him the belt because this is what they know he can do. And
Right.
he was down on himself. They gave him that because his effort is showing. I mean, this is a guy that went out and bulked up for a team knowing that he'd be the third string center. He went out there and he's like, I'm going to get as good as I can for a team as the third string center. And he's just constantly improving. He's just so I mean, again, great for the locker room, great for this chemistry, the spark. Like the fact that he started, you know, like, because I've talked about like, well, if Ron starts, will he be able to get that spark that we need? Because Reed is one of those guys too, where like, I'll go in and get it done. And he absolutely did. And then like you were saying, cleaning up the boards, like the offensive boards.
Right.
Yeah, he comes out of nowhere and he's insane.
I agree. It's funny. Mega Hustler said Deuce called Paul Reed the Ivey brother contagious. You're contagious, that toughness, baby. Oh man, Mega Hustler, you were a real one for that, bro. Yeah. By the way, last thing, did you see when he popped his jersey?
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
It's the Detroit. It's like, again, they're all like group mind. Like they all have the same drive, the same stuff. And you know, the word grit is a word that is associated with Detroit sports now, with the Lions especially. Yep. And we've used it with the Pistons. And this was grit. This game was the definition of grit. When you're down 7 people, a lot of guys that like you rely on to keep the game in control, you rely on to play call. When you're down those guys and you come out and you act like this, and then also when you come back from a 23-point lead down to 1, it was 1 at one point. It was 97-96 at one point.
Right.
Before Duncan hit that 3, I believe.
Right. It was 1. You're right. It was 1 point. You're right.
Yeah. They like, that is grit. And so they're not just saying it. They're following through with their words in like the most humble way. They're not standing over people. They're not, there's no complaining. There's no crying about, well, he's getting minutes and I'm not.
Right.
None of that.
No egos, no agendas.
Exactly. They're all putting in the same amount of work, and they're it's showing, and they're doing their best. And that's just how, like, that is just so great. Because some people, some guys that are on the third string that wouldn't get these opportunities, maybe they wouldn't be ready, or they're like, well, what's the point? And I'm not saying that that is the mindset of NBA players, because I feel that most NBA players, work hard for the games they love.
I've seen it though. Come on. Right.
But this for these guys, and Paul Reed has been in our lineup. He's not on our cruise lineup, but a lot of these guys are cruise guys, and they went out there and they just beat an NBA level team. They just beat a team that was the first in the East for the first 5, 6 games.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Yeah, exactly. For sure, man. Yeah. 100%, man. PD Max says, I don't know if anyone said anything, but King just gave you kudos about Daniss.
Oh,
my dog, man, for sure. I mean, like, I think he always, at some point he was just trolling. Like I was kind of trolling him last episode, but I think at some point he knew. I think he knew.
In here, I mean, you lose all credibility if you have anything negative to say about Daniss Jenkins at this point.
And King he gonna be real. Like, he ain't gonna be prideful. Absolutely. Like, no, like, he gonna keep it a stack regardless. That's why me and him vibe so well, right? Yep. So yeah, for sure. But that's my dog for sure. But yeah, man, he was amazing. He was absolutely amazing, man. It was really good. It's just good to, once again, when you hear guys say, when you hear him say it's tough for him at times because he know what he can do, but he's still just going to do his best for the team. And then he gets an opportunity to shine. It just makes it so much sweeter. Yeah, it's just so much sweeter. I love it. I love it, man. Happy for Paul Reed, man. Good dude, good basketball player. He deserves this for sure.
Oh yeah.
B-ball Paul, shout out my dog. All right, guys, let's get to some reserves, and then we will call it a night. So what we got? Let's start with Caris. Okay. Let's start with Caris. Let's do that. So guys, tonight Caris LeVert finished with 17 points, 5 assists, 1 board, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers on 8 for 11 overall, good for 73%. He misses only 3, 1 or 2 from the free throw line in 22 minutes, 17 and 5 in 20. A lot of these guys were just efficient tonight, man. Man, oh man, go ahead with Caris. What'd you see?
That's kind of what I have to say is basically, we've been waiting for him. This was the game that he needed to step up, and he did, like we knew he did. I feel like he looks a lot more comfortable out there. We saw him, work at his handle. We saw him get into the lane more. Saw him defending. He took control of the game. I saw a comment earlier. It was way up earlier. I'm sorry I didn't save it, but someone said that, every time they kind of went on a run, Caris would come back and calm it all down, which is kind of what he did for us last game as well. The biggest stat to me is 8 of 11.
Yes.
Because that's where people are, that's where people have been getting on him, is his offensive contributions to this team. 8 of 11 is huge.
Yep.
I mean, that, and again, and it wasn't a threes. It was all in the paint. It was at the glass. He had that, and then his assists. Like, his assists were beautiful and on target. Yeah, he had a couple turnovers. The Bulls were getting handsy. I feel like that was in the second half more so.
Yeah.
He had a cleaner first half, but he set up Tolu under the basket for that dunk.
Yes.
Which is one of my favorite plays. He had that steal at the end. He had multiple cuts to the basket for people to pass to him to dunk. Like, he just read the floor really well. Like, he just looked great out there. And I at the end when he hit that dunk, I forgot. Was it Reed that passed it to him? I don't know. Someone passed it to him on the good cut. I think it was Reed. He dunked it and he walked. He ran away smiling. And that's what these are the kinds of games that will help build their confidence and help get them more comfortable. And he just took control. He took the role that we want him to. And he did even better than I think a lot of people were expecting him to. And again, only 22 minutes, which is huge.
For sure. I mean, like, guys, we said it before. We said it about a few guys, and we said it about last year with a few guys. Guys like Tobias Harris, guys like Tim Hardaway Jr., guys like Malik Beasley, who didn't have great starts to the year because they were new. And what we were saying this year is with guys like Duncan Robinson. I was saying it less about him because I'm like, where's the effort, bro? Yeah. But with him, with Caris, we were just saying patience.
Right.
Patience, right? And we said incremental growth is all we want to see. Get some more reps, get familiar with your teammates, get familiar with their role. And you can see he's getting more and more familiar. And now, just like with Duncan, they're getting more aggressive because of it. Yep. You're seeing the aggression, man. He was great. And he's still not, guys, he's still not peak Caris LeVert.
Yeah, no.
He's not there yet at all.
There were flashes. Like,
there were flashes.
He just cracks me up when he dribbles back and then just takes it into the paint and gets past everybody.
That burst.
That's LeVert. Yeah, because he can take it. He's one of those guys that he can take it straight to the rim, or if he gets stopped, he'll just pull up and shoot it. Rhythm. So
and tonight he was really playing chess. Like, he would take the shot on one possession, come down, and then pump fake and get to. And when he gets downhill, he's a blur. Yes, he's a blur when he gets downhill, man. And he made so many great plays on both ends of the court. Those blocks, the steals. There was a nice did you see that two-way play he made where he got the block and got the ball back and had that sweet under the hoop scoop? I was like, man, that's a two-way play I was waiting on. That was what I was hoping to see when we got him.
Right. And we're going to see it more. I think this was his first night not on minutes restriction. He only played 22. Okay. I don't think he's on it anymore because I think 20 minutes was his restriction. But again, and I talked about that, I feel like that's also part of your mental game when you know you have to do so much for so long. So, he just, he was our, fourth leading scorer? Fourth, only guy off the bench to hit double figures. Like, he just, and again, in 22 minutes, he was just so efficient out there. And I'm excited for him because this is what he can do for the team, and he can do it better because we know it.
Right. And once again, like, we talk about his scoring and getting downhill. He was moving well without the basketball too. He had some nice cuts when Paul Reed found him. He had a few passes where Paul Reed is an underrated passer for a big man too. Oh, yeah. He found Caris LeVert a few times cutting to the hoop for a layup, backdoor cut, bounce pass. So great passer from Paul. But once again, Caris LeVert he's that combo guard. He can be the point guard at times. He can be the scoring guard at times. He showed it with the scoring, getting downhill from the top of the key, but he also showed it off ball, cutting to the hoop, finding openings. So this is what he can do, guys. Yeah. This is why we were saying, let's not jump off the boat with Caris LeVert too soon, because when he starts getting to that midseason form, which he's not even at yet, he can do things like get 17 and 5 in 22 minutes. Yeah. When 12 games into the year. So I'm just saying, man, this is why we were saying patience. Let me get to Dominique real quick, who's always showing love. My dog has returned. He says, what a win. Guys were ready to play. Great coaching by JB. Yes, 100%. Had some silly fouls, but Duncan balled. Jenkins and B-Ball had a night. I love this team as much as the going to work group. Wow. Woo. That's saying a lot, bro. I'm almost there. I gotta see it more. I gotta see I want to see how they look the rest of the year, which I don't have any doubts, but I just gotta see a little bit more. But they are resembling that team for sure. Then he says, let's get this tournament dub up next. Yes. And that's the beauty, guys. He made a great point at the end. That's the beauty, because we get this win undermanned with half our squad, and all of our other guys got to rest in preparation for that cup game against the Sixers. Cade is going to have 2-3 days off to rest. JD, same thing. Asar, same thing. Tobias, same thing. Isaiah Stewart, same thing. Like they're all going to have time to rest their bodies so they can be ready for that game that can really kill two birds with one stone. They can keep that streak going, but they can also win an NBA Cup game to make sure we get to the elimination rounds, and then from there we can win the whole thing.
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah. And, I also, I don't know who we'll have in that game. I think we'll have at least half those guys back. I'm going to say at least 3 is what
I hope so.
3 of those guys. I would guess Cade and Duran, since they were probable going into tonight. And then, again, ankle sprains depends on the severity. But and then tonight we see, Paul Reed, and just like he did, he already handled Drummond, and he'll do it again.
Yeah.
Jenkins had his night, and he'll do it again. Like some of these guys also just got extended minutes here. So we'll get some of our guys back for this cup game. But now these guys get to go into a third game confidently for contributing. A lot of these guys contributed to both of those games. Some of them, have 4 minutes tonight, but that was a good point too, because that's exactly why they rested tonight. I think if it was a game, a must win, whatever like that, we would have seen Cade and Duran get minutes. Maybe not a lot, but they would have been out there. But it's just so cool that now they have the trust in each other. All of them have the trust, and they trust each other and themselves to get the job done. No matter what happens going forward, because it is a long season. Look at how many injuries we have 12 days going in, and none of them are very serious, obviously, except for Sass, and Ivey's coming back soon, but be serious. It is more of like, let's just rest it now, because we've won 8 games straight.
Right. Right. For sure. And once again, like, even if we get some guys back for that game, and maybe they're not 100%, but if they can give us 80, I have confidence in this bench. Yeah. Because the bench unit started and won this game for us. So it's twofold. And once again, coach has been pressing all the right buttons. He's been getting these guys minutes, getting the other guys rest, and still picking up dubs. Yeah. It's risky, but he understands how to do it. Yeah. He gets how to do it. He's not running these just starters into the ground to keep the streak going, but he's also not playing the other guys too much to where the streak is getting snapped. He's towing that line amazing, man. Like, I got to give him all the credit in the world for that. We talked about it, but just the way he's dialing everything up, man, is incredible. Incredible.
All of them. I got to give it to Jarrett Jack and Walton too.
Yes.
Like, and
Potapenko, all of them.
They're all
Sidney Lowe.
Yep. They're all contributing to they all have their purposes and their roles, and they believe enough in their roles to help JB make those decisions. It's just
right.
It's like just like Kelser said, it's all just been like a family affair. This is just such a great team vibes. I'm just so excited for them. And I feel like if we do, like, this was the aim. That's like, if we snap our streak, I guess it will be without our starting 5 and rotation guys. But no, the streak is still on, guys. The streak is still on. If we snap our streak, it will be earned. It's not
for sure. I wouldn't have even been mad if we lost tonight. Right.
We talked about that.
We talked about it.
This is a depth game, and it happened to be a depth game and a win. So
right, I would have rather us lost and rested those guys for Friday. Yeah. As opposed to playing them and they're not getting any better and they're still tired by Friday, and then we lose that game. Right. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It just wouldn't have made sense. So once again, for coach to be to balance that line and toe that line and to do both. Yes. And to still have us in position for Friday, shout out, man. I'm not going to question him anymore. I know I said I would have hoped he would have called a timeout early, but hey, whatever. He knows way more than we do. So let him do his thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, if anybody watched the post-game presser, if he had said anything about that stretch, I'm curious. If he said anything about that stretch, put it in the comments, because I want to talk about it. If not, no worries. But if
let us know.
I'm curious if he said anything, because there was quite a few people meet on the socials that were just like, I think everyone was kind of like, but where's the timeout?
I was. I mean, I'm going to call myself out. I was like, bro, what's going on?
I said that too.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not even bummed right now. I'm angry. I'm angry what's happening in front of me. But again, it ended up working out, because now these guys, okay, you said it didn't. Okay. Yeah. Now these guys know that they can get the job done. Like, they know they could just get it back together. They can build momentum without having to kill the other team's momentum. They can do it.
And Phantom made a great point. Win or loss, we would have still had the number 1 seed. And that's just how incredible this season has been already. 100%.
And Knicks lost to the Magic, I heard.
Yes. Which is also great. So we're now, what, 3 games? in first place? Because they were in second.
Yeah, and it just depends. I don't know if anyone's caught up to them either.
Okay.
But yeah.
Incredible. We're separating ourselves down half our squad.
Yeah.
Insane. All right, guys. Let's get to Bobi Klintman. So, guys, tonight Bobi had 6 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers on 2 for 7 shooting, 2 of 6 from 3 in 14 minutes. Once again, didn't play a ton. What did you see from Bobi tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he hit his first 3 out there, and then he hit one later in the game that we really needed. I want to stay away from some criticisms and stuff, but there were a couple of questionable under the rim passes that he made. Just some questionable decisions that, again, it's like we saw him have no confidence. Then against the Sixers, he did have confidence. And then, the Wizards, they did have confidence. And then tonight, it was almost like he wasn't making it confident. And then you heard JB when he first passed it up one of his threes, he just yelled, "Shoot the ball." So Bobi's just learning. I think he's just learning how to his role on the team, because he's almost like too humble. He's almost like, "Oh no, I shouldn't do this. He
didn't want to step on toes."
Exactly. So, I'm glad he's getting more minutes. I'm glad he made the threes when he did. He was big on defense. He did get to the perimeter. I mean, he did foul a 3-point shooter again, which is also like, come on, Bobi.
Yep.
We just went through
this.
You
can't do that. You cannot do that. And I understand, because you see Javonte the last game, getting out there, right, and blocking shots. But you got to know angles.
Right.
You can't jump at the guy.
Yeah.
You can jump past the guy and still have your hand in his line of sight. You can't jump at him. So it's just the learning thing, the things he has to learn defensively. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's okay. I would say that it's like tonight, he was like he was the one with the most mistakes, the worst player. But that's just saying a lot, because he also contributed so much. He had 6 rebounds. His threes were huge. Like, again, this was a team thing. Without that too, he came in and late minutes, and he didn't. His minutes also reflect the mistakes. JB didn't keep him in. He only played 14 minutes when a lot of guys got more. He could have the opportunity for more, I think, if he wasn't making such mistakes. So he's just learning still. And yeah, it's a little frustrating because we're all so excited. We know what he can do. But tonight, again, we don't win without him. I don't think so.
I don't think so either, because he was critical in that first half.
Right.
So let's get to some comments. I think PD hit him on the head. Bobi is that little brother you got to toughen up before he's ready. 100%, bro. That's dead on. Listen, I'm a little brother. Mm-hmm. I was too nice as a kid. Yeah. I was too nice, right? And my older brother was like, hey, he used to rough me up. Yeah. And I hated it, but I needed it. 100%. That is a great way to put that, PD Mac, for sure. Let's get to a couple others. Mike says Bobi doesn't have the hops to jump at that three. Yeah, he doesn't have crazy hops either. He doesn't have a super duper long wingspan. So just challenge.
Yeah.
Right? Some guys are good just challenging. Other guys have the hops and the wingspan like a Javonte to go get it. So, but if you're going to try to go get it, you got to make sure you're not running into the guy. You got to use your angles properly. And I've said before, I said the last game, and I said about Duncan Robinson. You can't foul guys from behind the line.
Right.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It's momentum killer. And it's just not what you need. Giving away 3 points is just not, this is not it. So that's something he's got to work on for sure. Go ahead.
That's like, and JB's going to make sure of it, because this is the second time he's done it in the same week with the minutes given. And we heard him talk about it. Like, they think that he's ready. So there's something about the game time. We saw it better with the Wizards, but with the Sixers and this game, like, there's something about the game time that I don't know if he just gets the jitters. It just needs to believe in himself. Like, he needs to trust his work.
Right.
Right.
So
right. I think he will. That's gonna snap for him at some point. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went out there. It was a game where he had some clutch things that helped us win, and it was a game where he can go home and have something to work on. So
exactly. Yeah, he needs to be aggressive.
Yeah.
When he's aggressive, he's at his best. When he's not thinking and just letting it, because he's talented, man.
Yeah.
But somebody mentioned that he did show some signs of growth. I think Ethan said it. Yeah, Ethan said Klintman needs to learn how to play within the flow of this team. He either does too much or doesn't do enough. Mm-hmm. He still did some positive things tonight, and he did play what we talked about it, right? The only 2 centers were B-Ball Paul and Tolu Smith. Yeah. So Bobi was playing out of position, right? So he did get stronger over the summer, but that's still a lot to ask for a guy to play out of position like that. And when in 2 or 3 games like that into their career that are meaningful. Right. So he's got a long way to go, but he did some good things. He moved the basketball well. He boarded the basketball well. I like his ability. we talk about big guys, how I don't like seeing them boarding and pushing.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't want to see JD boarding and pushing. I don't want to see Stu boarding. I don't want to see Paul Reed boarding and pushing. I just don't like seeing that from my big guys that are centers. But Bobi is 6'10", but he's not a center.
No.
He's a 3-4.
Yeah.
And he was able to board and push and initiate some offense.
Yeah.
That's what I like seeing him doing.
Yeah.
He's really good at that. I'm very comfortable with the ball in his hands. He's a good ball handler for his size, for sure. He don't turn it over. He don't bounce off his foot, those kind of things. So he just needs more reps. He's not ready quite yet. Yeah. He needs more time. But the beauty of it is that we have a deep team to allow him to come along slowly.
Yeah. And we're not just saying this because we're both fans of Bobi's game, but because like for me, it's more like if he's getting 14 minutes a game and he's still making these mistakes or not, improving by like all-star break, then then it's like we need to reevaluate his role on this team. But for now, he's just starting to get decent minutes with this team. He barely had any last year. He's just starting to get this. And then again tonight, he plays with the G League crews. He's had some games with them, but he also played with guys he doesn't play with. At the same time, this was all a mismatch of like it's a ragtag team. So we're not just saying this because we're fans, but it's more just like give them time, patience, just like we've said about really anyone. Just give them a little bit of patience because we've seen the good and we've seen the bad, and he sees it too. And again, the reason that they won tonight is because they hold each other accountable. So I think it's just they all see it. He's gonna get there, and if he doesn't, by All-Star break, then I agree that maybe there's something else. But for right now, this is what I feel. And I feel like you share that same opinion of like just needs some more time, some more reps. Yeah. Just to believe in himself. Like they said, he just needs to get any jitters out of his head to make the right decision on the court. No hesitation, just decisions. So we always talk about receipts, right? Yeah. And good receipts and bad receipts. I'm calling myself out. I was saying I thought he was going to be possibly the backup forward this year. He's not ready yet. Yeah. He's not ready yet. So I was wrong on that one. He's not there yet. He needs more time. But that doesn't mean he's not going to be a good player. Yeah. At all. And I want to read a few comments here. Let's see. Where did it go? I just saw it. Yeah, PD Mac said Bobi is going to be valuable to this team down the road. That's kind of where I'm at. And that's exactly what Cade Cunningham said about a week ago. Yeah. He was asked about Bobi. He said he's got a very good skill set. And for his size, he can do a ton of things. And he's going to help us. We're going to need him down the road. This is what Cade is saying. Yeah. So it's not going to happen tomorrow. But once again, he's just getting his feet wet. Yeah. So he just needs time. He's going to find his groove, like Detroit Drew says. It just takes time. All these guys don't shoot out of a cannon. Right? It just takes time. So all different approaches. Yes. 100%. All right. Yeah. All be coached by Coach Hart. That'd be cool. For sure. Right. And Ethan, you're right. He made 2 threes tonight. Yeah. So when he's letting it fly, when he's just in rhythm and not thinking, you said it. You saw Coach literally yelling at him after he made the 3 because he passed up the last one. He made it, and Coach is like, "Bro, if you don't, I'm gonna pull you if you don't take this shot, bro." So it's just give him time. Right. We gotta hold everybody that same standard. Time. We have the time to allow for that. Yeah, and that's why he went for 2 for 6 at the 3 because he did snap. Coach made it clear. You're out there to shoot. You're out there to shoot on the offensive end. When you're on offense, you are out there to get open and shoot. So the 2 of 6, that's why he was there. And the 2 that went in were big ones. They're important. Yeah, they're important in the game. Let's get these last comments. Will says, my dog William Black says, I think he was just out there not trying to make a mistake. And that's very possible because when you're used to not playing a lot at this level, when you make a mistake, you could easily start looking at the sideline. Am I getting pulled? When you hit that after a free throw, you're looking over. Am I getting pulled? Am I the one getting taken? So that is a thing. Yeah. But he needs to understand, bro, you're going to be playing heavy minutes tonight regardless. We need you. So much so that we're going to play you a center. And you're not a center. So Will is right. You got to be aggressive regardless. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just play your game and let the chips fall. Exactly. If you don't, that's when you're going to make mistakes, when you're afraid to make them. Because you're thinking and now you're reacting a second late, second too. So it's just just play your game. Let it come to you. Exactly. Devon says, I see Bobi as a backup or third string. He might play the 5 at times. He's got to get stronger if you're going to do that. Yeah. He's got to get stronger for sure. Smarter. But he's got, say it again. It's a little bit smarter in his decision. And a little bit smarter, just with time, for sure. Yeah. And Mike, I even agree with this. He says he can pass and rebound, but will be a minus defender, maybe.
he needs to be at 30% for three or not playable. That's possible, but I definitely think 30% is in the future for him for sure. He's too good of a shooter.
Tonight.
Yeah, 30%, 33 tonight.
Yeah.
Right? 2 for 6. So, yeah, that is in the cards for him for sure. He can easily shoot that. I see him at like 35, 36, maybe 37 at his best. For sure. He's that good of a shooter. Yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and keep it moving. We're going to get to Chaz Lanier, though. I got you. We're going to get to everybody. Now let's go to Tolu Smith, man.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to Chaz Lanier. Tolu Smith, boss. Man, okay. So tonight, guys, Tolu Smith finished with 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, no steals, no turnovers, on 3 of 4 shooting in 16 minutes. Thoughts on Tolu Smith tonight?
He looked just so strong out there. And that's what I've been saying. I was like, put in Tolu and let him run these guys over, because that's what he does. He's just, some of my notes was he had an immediate rebound off that missed free throw when he came into the game. He had that block. It was eventually called a foul on LeVert, but that brush foul.
Yeah.
But he had that it should have been, counted as a block. That wasn't counted as a block. So he has technically 2 blocks tonight.
Right.
He scored hard under the basket. Like, he got the ball and he went up, just like Paul Reed, without the defenders around there. He got up. And then just like the offensive rebound to Bobi for the 3 in the 4th. Like, Tolu, I'm so happy. 16 minutes. What a great game for him, because I've been excited to see him play. He's just such a big guy, and he uses his strength to his advantage. But he has such a good touch with the ball. I think he just did great, and he was just fired up. I want to see more Tolu. That's another thing. Like, I think he would do well against Drummond on Friday, against Embiid on Friday. It's just a different type of, he's like the opposite Embiid, where they're both big, but Tolu fights hard, and you're not going to see Tolu whine. I don't think I've ever seen in any kind of game Tolu put his hands up, Tolu argue with the ref.
Nope.
He knows what he needs to do. He goes and does his job. I was just very excited to see him on the floor early, and he did great when he was called upon to get in there and, give Paul Reed a break. Yeah,
that's a good point too, because we only had 2 centers tonight, right? So once again, I could see it in his eyes that he was relishing this opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was so many plays tonight where, like you mentioned, he had a putback that got called. The foul got called right before. He had a block, whistle blew right before. Yeah. Like, and I could just see it in his eyes, man. When Tolu Smith came on the show a couple months back now, this is what he had to say.
I met everybody Nick this year, man. I met everybody Nick. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Man. Yeah, for sure. It's a blessing to be able to just continue to play this game. So, you know what I'm saying? Just happy to be around and keep playing.
I'm at everybody neck, man. I'm at everybody neck. That's Tolu Smith, bro. Another undrafted player. These guys got chips on their shoulders, man. They're coming into the game angry. He came into this game and played angry, right? So I love to see it. He had a nice putback, like I mentioned, on Javonte Green's miss that didn't count. That nice block on Ayo Dosunmu that didn't count. He was a second away from just getting really impactful plays that counted in this game. But once again, Tolu Smith knows who he is.
Yes.
He knows who he is, and he knows what he needs to do for this team to win. That's what we talked about on the show. And we always say it, like, he's got a broad skill set for a big man. Mm-hmm. But he understands, and I was saying to him, like, and he knows this already, but I was just saying, like, on good teams, you can do this, but they only need you to do this.
Yes.
And that's what he's doing. He's starring in his role. What you need me to do? Be big, be long. Okay, cool. Bang, get boards, block shots, defend the perimeter, defend the pick and roll well. Mm-hmm. I got you.
Yep.
I got handle. I got a little post game, but you don't need that? Fine. I'll do this for now. I'll build the trust in you by doing what you asked me to do. That's what he does.
In that interview you had with him, I just remember watching it, and what I really liked about him is that he also just will always look for something to improve. So tonight, that was just a big part of his game, is like, well, I mean, I did okay here, but I got to improve this. So tonight, he's going to go back and watch this game. Anything that he think he did wrong, he's going to go to the gym and he's going to improve it immediately.
It's a fact.
He's the kind of guy he is. And so I really just like that mentality about him, because there's no ceiling for him. Like, he just wants to keep learning and growing and getting better and better and better. And again, like, when he was out there, I think tonight, I was just so impressed by his strength. Like, he just looked strong. Again, going against, this is Tolu Smith, the G League player. He's going against the Chicago Bulls NBA team starters, minus, even he wouldn't even go against the guards that they had out tonight. So they're big guys. And he he went in there with confidence, bodied them. He's at the rim. He's like, yeah, I'll pull up here. Yeah, I'll get the rebound. Yeah, I'll block this shot.
Yep.
No hesitation. Ready to go. Like you said, next man up, ready to go. That's like what they all have in common. And that's just like, we just talked about Bobi, like that's like the one thing he needs. But like the majority of them have that all in common of like, no, I know myself and I know my game and I know what I bring. I'm going to do what's asked of me. I'm going to do what's needed. I was just so excited to see him out there tonight.
100%, man. I think this is a good comment here. If we had an early 2000s roster, Tolu would be our second string center, right? He's a throwback. Yeah. He's a throwback old school center. Like you need guys like that. Meg also says he's a good insurance policy for Stu. If we have foul trouble, which we will, there's going to be games when he and Paul Reed both have an impact in games, and just that depth. Once again, we didn't see Vucevic knocking down a ton of threes because of Paul Reed, but also because of Tolu Smith. He was guarding out there too. Yep. As soon as he caught the ball, he was right there. Yep. Right there. Right. And he wasn't fouling. So that's a great thing to see. And I've said it before. We've said it before. Last few weeks, I've said we are comfortable with Tolu Smith as the fourth big. Yes. Yep. He's a big body. He's 6'11". He's got a pretty good wingspan. Tallest player on the team. We always say JD's 6'10", Stu is 6'8", Paul Reed is 6'9", 6'10". Tolu's 6'11 and a half. He's about 7 feet. Right. So he is the biggest player on this team. And we need that once again. Playing teams like the Knicks, the Cavs, the Bucks, there may be foul trouble. And we need to have guys like this who can step in, next man up, like Boss always says, and just kind of fill that role. What was the last comment there? I missed it.
Someone just shouted out you. Rock Don't Stop podcast shouted Deuce out for hyping Jenkins.
My dog. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow him, man. He's got some great content over there too. Like he really knows his basketball. We're going to have him on the show soon too. That's my guy for sure. So shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, my dog, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you be on it. You be on it.
I just have to say the next man up thing is I've stolen from the Pistons is what they say in their interviews. Jarrett Jack reiterated it at a halftime. Just like that's just how they approach it as a team. And I mean, again, you can say stuff. You can say, oh yeah, we as a team, we approach like when you're called upon, you do it. Tonight proved it. Tonight proved that when they're called upon, they get the job done.
That's right.
Tolu, like I would like to see him more, he could also thrive in like a 2 big lineup where like, if we have all of our guys healthy, even put him in there with Stu and keep Stu at the 4 and let again, the depth with this is just insane. There might not be any reason for some of our players to play more than 28 minutes a game.
Right.
And he's like, I'm just picturing like the 2000s comment got me because I'm just thinking like, very true. Cause centers are big and we still have big centers, but like, I don't think like Tolu would be great against a guy like Edie, against a guy like,
even the Shangoon or somebody like that.
Yes, right. Just a little bigger, a little stronger, a little wider.
Yeah.
Really, he's actually like built like a football player, I feel like. So
right.
There's just some centers, they went away from a center league, I guess. Like he might be someone that we rely on when we have to face a team like the Nuggets, where we could find ourselves in foul trouble because they have guys like Jokic and Valanciunas who are very smart and big.
And not saying he's going to shut down Jokic, y'all. Don't go crazy.
No,
you're just saying.
But if we have guys like Stu and Durant and Tolu and Reed,
there you go, bodies
to help balance out any foul troubles, anything like that, to help keep our defensive identity as I think it's a good one as rim protectors.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's so valuable as our fourth guy because that's a game that I would use 4 big guys on people like Jokic or Val because they're hard to guard. So
exactly
draw fouls. So exactly for foul trouble and also just for strategy.
And Phantom of Darkness said exactly what I was about to say because we mentioned 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't just Ben Wallace. It wasn't just Rasheed Wallace. We had guys like Mehmet Okur who was 7 feet. We had guys like Eldon Campbell who were 7 feet. Those guys. Here's the thing, really quick. Going back to that team. And once again, we were deep then. We had a deep roster, up and down the roster, defensive minded. Yes. But who was the juggernaut offensively in that series? It was Shaq.
Yeah.
And the reason that the Lakers were so good is that most teams had to double Shaq.
Yeah.
And when you do that, Kobe Bryant is going to go wild.
Mm-hmm.
The Pistons didn't double Shaq.
Yeah.
Ben played him straight up. Eldon Campbell played him straight up. Okur played him straight up. So when that happens and you got Tayshaun Prince on the wing to guard Kobe and then he's not getting double teamed, bye-bye.
Yeah.
That was a big reason as to why we beat them.
Mm-hmm.
We know they had issues. Fine. If they didn't have issues, we still beat them because we were just better than them. That was a matchup nightmare for them.
Better team.
Yes. And if we're trying to build that same kind of team, we need those same kind of guys. And Tolu is one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Reed is one of those guys. Stu, one of those guys. JD, one of those guys. So we have what we need. We have what we need. Now it's just about building together. That's literally it. Heisenberg, we have bodies. That's literally it. We have fouls. We had 24 fouls to throw at Shaq.
Yep.
6 guys foul out, 4 guys doing it. Yes. Or 4 guys foul out, 6 fouls. You need that.
Right.
You need that. So I wanted to point that out. That was a great comment by Fender, for sure.
And that just really summed up like my idea of a strategy towards a guy like Jokic or Giannis, big centers like that, bodies to throw at them to slow down their game and to keep us in it, because those guys also, obviously, Paul Reed proved it tonight, they contribute on offense with to us.
Right.
So.
And it's funny, Miyuki's aloha Miyuki. Miyuki says it's those Samoan. Yeah, he's Samoan. It's those he's just country strong. He's just strong, man. He doesn't have the biggest frame, but I've been told that he's a lot stronger than he looks. So I think Miyuki is on to something there for sure. And last one, Heisenberg says it's the same thing we did against Shaq in 2005. Yes, 100%. You got it, man.
Shaq has nightmares about the Pistons.
Of course. Yeah, for sure. He always will. That's why y'all try to hate on us.
It wasn't easy. I know.
It's all good. Last thing on Tolu, you can see the connection too between him and Daniss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
You saw Daniss was looking for him every time, and he was getting most of his points off of Daniss set him up.
Yep.
And you could just see the Motor City Crews connection that they have. They play a lot of time together. The chemistry is there. And one more thing, like he was telling me when he was on that they used to trash talk each other on the court. Like whenever if Tolu would get scored on twice in a row, Daniss would say to him, "Oh, you trying to stay here, huh? You trying to stay here for the you ain't trying to stay on this 2-way, huh? You ain't trying to go to the Pistons, huh?" They used to motivate each other like that.
Yeah.
So they both have that chip on their shoulder, man. That's why they both play so hard when they're in the game.
Well, it's like in the second quarter, Daniss had that pocket pass between 2 defenders,
exactly.
Right to Tolu at the rim, and that got Tolu his first bucket of the game.
Yep.
So it's just, and that's when I was like, there's that connection that they have, because they've been playing well together for a while too. And just, gosh, like we've been saying, guys, imagine all of us healthy and this roster. That's a third string that you bring in, and they can still get it done.
Scary hours, man. Scary hours. Devon always says it, man. OKC East. I gotta give him credit that a long time ago. But I mean, we're very similar, guys. Like, to me, this team is similar to like 22, 23, 23, 24 OKC, when OKC was losing in the conference finals to the Dallas Mavericks because they didn't have the experience at that level yet. Yeah. The same way we didn't have experience last year in the first round, taking those jumps every year. That's kind of what I see with this team right now, because as far as construction, it's very similar. Yeah. It's very similar when you think about it. So we're not going to go into the details, but I see the same kind of trajectory and the same kind of roster that team has over there. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, and PD with Motor City Creed is about to take a hit. That's what we talked about. That's what we talked about. I'm almost like, guys, too much talent. For some of these teams are missing point guards. Some of these teams are missing shooting guards. We got to keep in the fam. But again, we already know. I don't think there's going to be anything crazy, because especially we want to develop these guys. We want them to develop the Detroit way. So why would we give up anything good that we see? You know.
Right. But
I'm excited for them. I'm excited.
Dwayne says, I used to think bro was tripping with that OKC East, but I see it. Yeah, I do too, bro. I see it too. Yeah, man. Juan or Zell, my dog, Culture downtown. Go check them out. Culture Detroit. Check them out, man. Y'all make sure y'all get over there downtown, Culture Detroit. They got some great stuff. I've been in there. I need to get back over there to get some more stuff for the season, but they have some of the best clothing, best attire, best wardrobe you will find in the city of Detroit. So make sure y'all go check them out, man, for sure. But yeah, he says, Tolu lives in my building. Great dude. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's always up there. All the players are up there. A lot of players be up there at his spot. So y'all make sure y'all go check him out. My dog, Zell, in the building. All right, man. Let's get to our last guy tonight, guys. Let's get to Chaz Lanier.
We're going to talk about Wendell Moore.
Wendell Moore played too. My bad. You're right. He did play. We just got him here too. So he played a little bit. So let's start with Chaz. Chaz had 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist on 1 of 4 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3. 3 of 3 from the free throw line in 18 minutes. So what about Chaz did you see?
I mean, just to get our rookie out there is exciting. I was hoping for a bigger game from him, but again, it was a whole team effort, and he did, the points that he had mattered. His defense mattered. Everything, playing 18 minutes again, like, yes, we were short guys, but like your 18 minutes is not 11,
right.
Still out there for a reason. The assists, the rebounds, like he still has, again, he's another guy just to be patient with in terms of getting reps and minutes. But, he hit that three. His three that he hit was another one that mattered. Like, they were hitting the big ones. And so, I'm super pumped because that one, I think, was the one, I'm pretty sure Chaz hit his big three. I could be wrong, but
was it the first half he hit it?
I thought it was the second half.
Was it second?
I thought it was when they were on their run, and it helped get, because we were all just like holding our breaths.
You're right. He'll build it back up. Yeah.
I remember yelling, and I at one point like screaming in joy, and I feel like it was that because it excited me to the point of like, okay, like he's contributing here too, because he did take I think most of his shots during that period.
Yep.
He wasn't really being fed the ball a lot either when he was on the court in the first half. I would say
Agreed.
The second half he was fed more. So he showed up and showed out. He did his job for the team to help get this win again. I mean, 6 points is nothing to scoff at when we're down, almost lost. When they went on that run and we were up by 1 at one point, those 6 points matter. So again, I just want more to see him with more reps, and with like Cade, with other guys that play, our main guys that play. Patience. He's going to get more minutes and stuff. So yeah.
And like the thing about him is that he already has an NBA ready kind of game.
Yeah.
Like, even though he didn't shoot well, he played the way he always plays. First of all, defensively, he's going to be solid always. He played at Tennessee. He had to play tough defense. The same way with Detroit, you got to play tough defense with coach. Yeah. He had to play tough defense with Tennessee in order to get on the court. Right. So he came here with that mentality. You're not going to see him just being liability on defense. It's not going to happen. But second of all, offensively, he played the same way.
Yeah.
He knows how to play. He knows how to play the game already as a rookie. He just needs more reps to get comfortable with his team. That's literally it. I don't really have much to say about him. Yeah. He didn't shoot it well. Okay, fine. If he shoots it better, we're saying he had an amazing game, because everything else he did solidly, for sure.
Right. And I'm saying JB, again, he's probably just like a Klintman out there. His job is to shoot threes. JB doesn't want to see him, dribbling around the whole court looking for someone to pass it to or to take. No, he wants him to shoot threes. So a one for 4 when that's your job isn't a terrible thing. And again, for the minutes that he played. So like you said, he did his other jobs well. And yeah, he's gotten a lot better. I think for the first time he played this season, I was worried about his spacing. I feel like he was a little lost. He wasn't really following the plays. Mm-hmm. The fact that you didn't notice that tonight is telling.
Exactly.
So
yeah, you got to learn the system, man. I mean, he's a rookie, right? But you can see his game is transferable.
Yeah.
From the collegiate level to the NBA level, you can see it. Mm-hmm. So you think about a guy like Bees. When Bees was a rookie, was he doing what he's doing now? No. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to give these guys time to get used to this level. I could see him looking very eerily similar to Bees 3 or 4 years from now. Just the way he plays the game. And we know what Bees did last year, but he's been in the league for a while. He knows exactly who he is and what he's supposed to do when he gets in the court. Just give Chaz time to do that.
Any rookie, I can't name a rookie right now that was like, oh, he was hot from the start behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Wemby was just hot at everything.
Wemby's 8'10". Like,
but like Wemby, when I think of Wemby, I know that he can shoot threes, but that's not his thing. So I'm not going to judge him on that.
Right.
He has other things ahead of that. But with Chaz, like, there's no one. I'm looking at this draft class last time. I can't think like, oh yeah, he came out and just popped off. They're gonna have really good games. They're gonna have bad games, and then they're gonna get into a rhythm as they learn to play in this league with this team. So
yeah, that's it. That's all I got on him.
Yep.
All right, let's get to Wendell Moore. Wendell Moore, guys, had 2 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1 block. Made his only shot in 10 minutes. So take off on Wendell Moore.
10 minutes.
Happy to have him back, by the way.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I'm excited. Nice to see a familiar face, to see him back. I always thought that he was a good team player. He just vibed with the team right away. He was always up when he was on the bench. And like, I just remember there was a few times like Bees would be hot, someone would be hot. He was always standing, always clapping, always cheering on his teammates. So I'm just really happy to see him back.
Yep.
And
didn't he have a steal? A nice steal in this game and he went the other way for a dunk?
Yep.
Right?
So, yeah, he had a steal, a block, an assist, and he made his only basket in 2 minutes or 10 minutes, no fouls. That's what you want from a guy who just got here.
For sure.
He knows the guys that were injured. He knows them well, how they play. He doesn't know, he knows the G League guys a little bit, but like,
that's a good point.
Thrown into the game again, and he did well. for what we asked him, and he didn't make any big mistakes. Like the steals and the blocks were huge. Defense helped win this game in the fourth for us because of Chicago's comeback. Like we needed to rely on our defense and our offense. So I'm just excited to have him back. I'm glad that he contributed tonight. Just a really good stat line for under 10 minutes for, like that. And I think it wasn't like he played 5 and 5. Like he was, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like, did a lot in a short amount of time.
I agree. He was solid for sure. He's a great depth piece for this team and a great culture guy as well. So I'm glad that he's getting an opportunity with all these other guys to get some run for sure. All right, guys, I'm seeing some Ivey comments, some Jaden Ivey comments in here as well. We'll get to that very quickly. Devon says, we're about to be real special. People not realizing J.I. fit. Man, I was talking about this earlier, bro. I keep hearing about this three-headed monster, and they're leaving Jaden Ivey out. They're not even talking about him as far as projecting him as far as with the season. It's like they're just forgetting he even exists. And I don't understand it. And these trade proposals are insane to me. I don't understand. I feel like because he hasn't played enough, people are mad at him or something. Yeah. Because I was thinking today, what kind of player would you want to have next to a Cade Cunningham? Mm-hmm. We know Cade's not a super duper athlete. J.I. is, right? We know that Cade is on ball way too much right now. J.I. can handle the ball to make it easier. We have shooters right now, right, that can give Cade space, but they're still doubling Cade because they don't trust our other guys to make the right play out of a double team off the catch.
Right.
They don't trust Duncan Robinson when he catches the ball to make the right play if he doesn't have a three. They don't trust Ron Holland to knock down the three or to make a play if he gets down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't. Mm-hmm. J.I. fixes all of that.
Yep.
Literally. I feel like if we had this team right now, and everybody, Cade was playing before the injuries, when it was Cade and Duncan and Nassar and JD and those guys, I feel like if J.I. wasn't on this team and Cade was getting doubled the way he was, the short list of people that Pistons fans would want to trade for would be Jaden Ivey.
Yes. Yeah.
Because of what he can do.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why people don't want him right now, or not people don't want him, but why they always overlook him. He is the perfect player you want playing alongside of Cade Cunningham, literally.
Right.
Literally. So right. I will never be able to figure that out. I just can't wait till he gets back so he can silence all of this noise because this is giving me a headache. It's giving me a headache.
And I've mentioned it before, like last season before he got injured was the first time we saw him in his true role as shooting guard because he took over as point guard as a rookie for us when Cade was injured and everything. So, and the first 2 years that he played, and he was averaging 17 points, 5 assists on over 40% shooting. Like
from three.
And that was just when they were starting to get hot, when they were starting, the team was coming together. And again, like people excuse like, oh, well, we got better when Jaden left. Like, no, we were getting better and we just continued to, but not like, but I think we would have been in the same spot, if not better with him. Like Schroeder wasn't the reason that we made it to the playoffs. It was the team, and Schroeder helped because he filled in a role like Ivey. Yep. Schroeder wasn't putting up 17 points every game.
Yep.
He was great at assisting, great at helping Cade, like we said.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, like you know me, Ivey's my favorite player. I'm so excited to see him back. I can't wait. I think people just forget that what he can do. And, but gosh, having him for the second half of the season is just going to be huge. And 313
Kurt says we don't need him, but that's the thing. But I like him. So we do need him. Cade had to take 45 shots last game, guys. Mm-hmm. He made 14 of them. He wasn't that efficient, right? He had to do that because there was no other primary creator on the court with him. Yeah. Who is going to get Cade off the ball? Who's going to allow Cade at times to play shooting guard in the starting five? Duncan? No. Unless you're gonna start Daniss Jenkins alongside Cade, nobody else in the team can get Cade off the ball. Nobody. Unless maybe Caris LeVert at times. Yeah. Other than that, you need a player like him to take pressure off of Cade. We said last year in the playoffs, same thing happened in the playoffs. Double team after double team. They're literally running at him to try to get the ball out of his hands. You can't do that with Jaden Ivey. If you do that, he's going to make you pay off the catch because he can play the point guard spot so he can make the secondary play when he catches the ball and gets downhill. It's literally what he wants to do. Yeah. Literally. That is exactly what you want. So they're not going to double Cade as much. If they try it, they're going to pay for it with J.I. He's going to make the right play over and over and over again. And if you don't double, keep it honest, now Cade can do whatever he wants in the one-on-one matchup. Yeah. It's literally what you want.
And I'm saying, like you brought up, like even if we start like Jenkins with him, even Ivey has respect enough in the league that they can't double Cade because they know what Ivey can do. Jenkins hasn't gotten that respect yet because he's just starting, and I mean he's on his way to getting that respect as well. But J.I. already has that respect from other teams.
Yes,
He has ruined. He has multiple game winners, huge on steals, on great at spacing. He can get up the floor so fast. If I'm looking and I see Ivey and Cade are going to receive the inbound to get up the court, I do not want Jaden Ivey to have that because he will run it to the rim.
Facts.
He will run right past everyone and get it to the rim.
Yep.
So, and that's what they're going to have to decide.
Cade and I say it all the time. So, we haven't seen Asar Thompson and Jaden Ivey play pretty much at all. We didn't see at all last year. Pretty much.
Ever, right? Cade, Ivey, and Asar have never played together.
I don't think they ever played together.
No.
Maybe they did with Monty, but under JB, they have not played together at all.
I really don't think they did.
So imagine Jaden with Asar in the break. Imagine that speed. Imagine how much fun that's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. And it's not like you're trading, his ability to get downhill and the speed for shooting. He shot 40% from three last year. He shot 45% on open threes.
Yeah.
45% on open threes. So he's the best of both worlds. He can create and he can shoot. What else would Cade want on his team? Mm-hmm. Like, I bet you when he gets back, Cade will be happy. Yeah. So we'll leave it there, man. I mean, y'all know how I feel about it. We've said it. And who said this? Said to watch the last. Yes, Phantom says watch the last couple of games leading up to his injury on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Watch how well he played alongside Cade. Watch how he played with Cade on the bench, allowing Cade to rest when he was running the point, when he was running the show.
Yeah. And
you like what Caris LeVert's giving you right now? Jaden Ivey was on another level, doing exactly what Caris LeVert's doing right now, being that combo guard, having the size, the athleticism, the skill, and the shooting ability. Mm-hmm. Telling y'all, man. Telling y'all.
Before he was injured, we all think of Malik's threes and how great he was at 3-point shooting. Jaden had a better 3-point efficiency than Malik did.
Yes. That should tell you everything you need to know, man.
Yeah, and so just to bring it back to today, saw him on the bench. He was up. The last few games he's been up. He's been excited. I feel like the time is coming close. He's getting thrilled. He wants to be out there and contribute to these wins as well, which he will be doing. And he's just, I'm just so excited. And I know I don't get the criticism on him. But what I do know, I know for a fact, receipt it. He's going to come out. I'm not saying right away. He's going to need some time. Mm-hmm. He broke his leg. He's coming back. He's going to come out and be our second scorer. Yep. He's going to have games where we couldn't win without him. He's going to be what brings us deeper into the playoffs this year. It's going to be because we have Jaden and Cade and Asar. We have that backcourt.
Exactly. 100%. A few more comments more out here, guys. Eastside me said Ivey is a dog. Us Pistons fans can get caught up in paying players because we usually don't. Yeah. Great point. Cade, Duren, Ivey gonna get paid like Shea, Chet, and J-Dub. That's literally you get it, bro. You get it. 100%. It's the same situation. You got your main guy, Shea, Cade. You got your secondary guy, Jalen Williams, Jaden Ivey. You got your talented big man, Chet, Jalen Duren. Like it's the same blueprint, guys, and then a ton of depth. It's literally the Spider-Man meme. Yeah. So I'm just saying. Truly. I'm just saying.
And you know what? And you know what else? He's just what I liked about Jaden. I know we can talk about Jaden all night, but I have to say what drew me to him as my favorite player was his passion for the game, the way he plays it. He plays tough. He plays passionate.
Right.
So he's just another element to this already very fired up, very passionate team.
Right. For sure.
Be another on the court thing. So,
and I can't forget Asar either. Like I didn't mention him just now, but Asar too. They got Lou Dort over there.
Yeah.
We got Asar Thompson over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Defensive stopper. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's the same situation. You don't need to trade anybody. Yeah. Lauri Markkanen is a great offensive player. He is not Pascal Siakam, as somebody just said here.
And for me, Lauri Markkanen is a great offensive player for the Jazz.
Yeah, for the Jazz. What is that really telling you?
Plug him in somewhere else first.
Cam Thomas is a great offensive player for the Nets.
Yeah, I'm not saying Lauri Markkanen is not a good player because he is.
Yeah, for sure. Offensively.
Right. For the team that he's surrounded with, yeah, because he's their main scorer.
Yep.
But I would like to see him plugged in somewhere else, not here. And then you guys can tell me if he's a good fit.
Great point. Y'all want Cam Thomas too? He balling with the 40 balls with the Nets. Y'all want him too? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. People acting like that 4-point clutch shot against the Kings from Ivey didn't happen, or the one against the Raptors. Him and Kate both have 2 game winners. The only game winners from last year. Only 2 guys. So I'm just saying, man. We're gonna move it on. Ivey is a perfect compliment to Cade. We have another level to unlock. Get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is, man. Shout out to Coach of Detroit for sure. All right, guys, we are going to call it a night there. Oh, Jack popped up to the last second. What's going on? He said we're going to the finals. Said we're going to the finals, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Jack, are we Indiana from last year? The team that nobody saw coming? Because for a big portion of the year, we had a better record than the Pacers did. Once we hit that streak, we were at 4, they were at 5. We were at 5, they were at 6. You call the Pacers? I didn't.
I called the Pacers to win the whole thing when the playoffs started.
Okay.
And I think they would have if Hallie didn't tear.
Okay.
I think they would have.
Good on you. Hey, I ain't mad at you. But, Jack said we better. Woo.
And I have to say, Jack,
okay. Talk to him, Jack.
Jack in our chat before this was, he's in the chat. He's saying, we're winning it all. We're going to win this game. And here I am like, please don't jinx it. But he sees it too. He sees it too. We see these guys so exciting. And the depth is just for insane. Sure. So it's just going to be so, the team is doing so well. Everyone, it's a very, very easy team to be excited about. For sure.
100%. Hey, bro, keep killing it, my man. Make sure y'all go check out Pistons Jack. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. Pistons Worldwide, him and Korea Pistons fan, Tom and her. Y'all go check them out. I think every Friday, right? So y'all make sure y'all go check them out, man. I'm going to tap in with you too, bro, because we got to do a show, the 4 of us soon. So that's going to be lit. So we're going to do that for sure. But everybody showing Jack love. Yeah, show Jack some love, y'all. Drop some fire emojis before we get out of here. All that for sure. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night, man. For sure, this has been a great show. We just hit the 2-hour mark, so we're going to try to keep this within an hour and a half to 2 hours. But y'all comments be having us go a little bit longer. But we love it. We love it. Yeah. So with that, if you got anything else, boss?
No, oh my gosh. No, I'm just excited for Friday. I'm curious to see how it's going to look. I mean, when you have a team perform like this, how do you just go back to your regular rotations? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they're doing anything crazy, but like
it just builds confidence in the team as a whole. Right? You know what I mean? It just
Reed has earned more minutes. Like some of these guys have earned more minutes that
I agree
they might not have gotten without this opportunity tonight and on Monday.
I agree. It's just a great sign for the future. It's a great problem to have for coach. Exactly. Figuring that out. But I'm glad it ain't my job.
Who do I play?
Right. I'm glad that's not my job for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, guys. We will call it a night there. We appreciate all you guys' comments, man. You guys were lit tonight with the comments, showing love. Good discourse as always. So listen, guys. Next up for the Pistons, and Boss has touched on it. It's an important matchup with the Philadelphia 76ers this Friday, and it is an NBA Cup game, and it's on the road. So
I think
we talked about it. Is it at home? I thought it was on the road. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me check before I misspoke. Let me see. Hold on. I think I have it here. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I had it here. Do I have it here? I thought maybe not. Maybe not.
Right here. Yeah.
You got it? It's a home game?
Yes.
Oh, we good then. Okay. My bad. So that game is going.
Show up and show out.
Yes. Show up. I'm probably going to be there myself as well. So if y'all see me, y'all come say what's up. So the Pistons, my bad, have a home game against the Sixers NBA Cup game. And we said it before. If they want to challenge, and potentially win this cup, which is what I've been saying they should be trying to do, months ago, they got to win their group. Yeah. They have to win their group. They're currently in first place right now. I think the Magic are also 1-0, but we have more. We're up in the point differential. So picking up a win Friday is going to put us in really good position to make it to the elimination round. So we have to win that, which is why it was so important to rest our guys tonight.
Exactly.
That's why it was so important.
I think if Friday wasn't a cup game, the probable guys like Cade and Duren would have played some minutes. I'm not saying another 40 minute from them.
Agreed.
But some minutes because they were probable.
Agreed.
Said, this is more important because even JB touched on it in his press conference. They want to win it.
Agreed. 100%. So it's nice. It's nice to see that because I'm just saying, y'all. I mentioned this back in like August when the schedule dropped. I'm like, hey man, they should go for this cup. The Bucks won last year. They came nowhere near to winning the championship. But when you get in this kind of tournament, anything can happen. March Madness format, one game. If you play well, you can beat anybody. And I think we all agree this team can beat anybody on any given night. They have shown that with the best record in the East, reflecting that. So hopefully they can do that, man. They're currently first place, and so we'll see what happens, man. But also winning that game will push the Pistons' winning streak to 9 games, boss. Something they haven't done since the 2007-2008 season when they won 10 straight games. And that was the last time they were in the conference finals. So it's a lot to be excited about, man.
And all streaks have to come to an end sometimes. I'm hoping ours doesn't come soon. But like I said, if a loss presents itself, it just better be through effort. We had a couple ugly losses in the first couple games of the season. The first 4, we had the 2 ugly ones, and so now it's just like, all right, no more. If we lose, we lose with effort. Well, that was apparent against the Wizards.
Facts.
If you're gonna beat us, you better work hard.
Facts.
So yeah,
I agree. So we'll see what happens, guys. And with that, guys, that is a wrap for this show. Shout out to you guys, as I mentioned before, always showing up and showing out as you guys always do. We really, really appreciate and enjoy having you guys all here with us. Whether we agree or whether we don't. That's the beauty of it, right? Yeah. So we appreciate you guys. And y'all know the drill, man. Detroit versus everybody. See y'all Friday.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot. And I'm gonna be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think of just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of canine. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking pundits, I hear your shade. Talking that chop, you must want this way. Tryna tell ya, if the dog palm, mess around, find out, if the dog palm, mess around, find out, for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better crop my hill, cause I'm like that. When you're ready for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better crop my hill, cause I'm like that. Mess around.